Okay, you hear me now? Okay, you don't hear my fan at all, do you? Okay, cool. Cool. I mean, I have it running a little bit too. Oh yeah, go ahead, man. I can hear you. No, you're good, man.
All right, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. You know, welcome to the Square the Bear podcast. Today we have a very special guest, my boy. Okay, I always say it different every time. It's either Darkraizard or Darkraizard. So it's Darkraizard, right?
Either one is right.
No, I hate saying it wrong, so I want to make sure I say it right. You know,
It's actually Darkraizard.
Darkraizard. Okay.
But yeah, everybody usually just says Darkraizard.
Okay.
So that's absolutely fine.
That's good to know. So Darkraizard. Okay, cool. So yeah, we have a very special guest, Darkraizard. You know, we actually, I don't know, there's so much to say about this guy. He's a very supportive, very great guy. We actually met because one day I was playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater like at 6 in the morning my time, and he was actually nice enough to come hang out, come like hype me up while I was sucking ass in the game. But yeah, so shout out to him. And you know a little bit about him. He's a music producer. He streams Call of Duty, Fortnite, let me know if I miss music, and he also makes DMCA free music for all of you streamers or content creators. You know, everything's gonna be in the link and in the chat. You know, it'll be basically popping up randomly, but if you guys want to go ahead and check out, you know, what he does, / guest. But yeah, so you know, I'm really excited to have you today, dude, because
I'm excited to be here, man. I'm glad to finally sit down and chat with you.
Yeah, like I feel like, you know, I've known you for a bit, and I don't know, dude, the thing with you is like I love your energy, man. You know, I think you have fantastic energy. And let me know if you cut in and out. You know, I know you told me about your internet issues. Oh wait, I think you did. Can you hear me? Give it a sec. We'll give him a sec, y'all.
It should be back.
There we go.
Yeah, I could hear you the whole time. It's my internet is scuffed. It'll be fixed tomorrow.
Oh, you're good, brother. You're good. Honestly, I don't mind. Like, you're good. So
if it gets too bad, I could switch over and just do it from my phone.
Yeah, all good. No, I want to show the awesome setup, you know. So yeah, so don't worry about it. I'll just be conscious of that if you do freeze. I know you've been having internet issues, so all good, you know. But yeah, so like I said, I don't know what's the last thing you heard. What's the last thing you heard that I said?
I heard you the whole time.
Okay.
That's what was I think it was just my upload feed. Everything uploading died out.
Okay. So yeah, like I was just saying, I know you know, I known you for streaming for a minute, and we've never really got to a chance to chat, you know. So I wanted to have you on here because, dude, like I love your energy, I love your vibe. I think you're a pretty great person, and I don't know, dude, like you're just talented, you know. I think you made, I don't know, you made so many albums. Like you're like an unsung hero, dude. And I think what you do is difficult. You know, I can't even play one freaking instrument. You know, when I was a kid, yeah, right. When I was a kid, my mom bought me like a guitar. I think I played it for like a week, and I was like, this shit's too hard for me. So I was just like over it.
The first couple of weeks on guitar, they're the hardest for sure.
But
I'm still learning every day with like you can see the keyboards and stuff. I'm still learning all that stuff daily. A lot of that, like you hear on the albums, I'll sit down and I'll play a little bit, but it won't be that great. So I have to go back on the piano roll and the scores for the MIDI files and like tweak everything so it actually sounds good.
Yeah, but that's, hey, it sounds great, you know. And the music we have on, if you could hear it, is actually his music. So, you know, feel free to check it out on Spotify. Like I said, / guest. But yeah, so dude, like I don't even know where to start. how'd you start? You know, how'd you get into music?
I mean, I've been in music. Oh man, I think I got my first guitar when I was maybe 10, no, 12, about 12 years old. I was the beginning of like middle school. I got into playing guitar. We had a music class where the whole semester you were supposed to learn a song, and me and this other kid in class both played the Star Spangled Banner, and he made me look like a fool. He went up there like he played like Jimi Hendrix style stuff, and I was over there like just flubbing it all up.
Yeah.
So it inspired me. Like I never wanted to like play poorly in front of an audience. So I just from then on, I like the weekends, I don't go out doing stuff. I sit down playing guitar. And then that just, it turned into recording with my own bands, learning the ins and outs of the studios. And then I never really liked electronic music until I got the stuff to sit down and play.
Yeah.
And then it was a snowball effect from there.
Like what would you say your main genre of music is? Like what do you like the most? I know you like probably like all over the place right now, but I feel like there's got to be something that you started with that you were, and then before you were like, I don't really like electronic music. What was your, like,
before I got it, it was rock and blues. I mean rock like Van Halen, little Eric Johnson, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and then I started getting into like heavy metal, Black Dahlia Murder and Killswitch Engage and Lamb of God. And then the electronic music, when that started kicking in, I mean, Robots with Ray Guns is a big influence. The Midnight, Time Cop 1980. Like, there's just so many of these, like, amazing. Like, I don't have like a specific love of music. It's always growing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like, what didn't you like about like electronic music? Because it's interesting that you bring that up because I was the same. I feel like I don't know,
being young and closed-minded.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Just, being that guy that's like, it's got to have guitar in it or it's not real music. And then when you grow up and you realize, I mean, you could create this awesome stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to have guitar in it. There's still a creative process. It's just as taxing as going in with a band.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm the same way. Like, I don't play instruments, but at first I was like, oh, this shit sucks. I don't really like this kind of music. And then it kind of grew on me, I was like, holy shit, like, there's even metal influences in like electronic music now too, and I'm just like, holy shit, like who would have thought that they would incorporate that into like electronic music, so I think that's really cool. And like you say, like exactly what you said, it kind of like being younger, you're just kind of like, damn,
you're very close-minded on stuff. Well, not everybody is the same way, but I was like, I'm a Metallica and Van Halen or nothing else. And you age a little bit, your tastes start to open. And the big thing that really pushed me into electronic music, though, was when I started streaming on Twitch. It was DMCA was a problem. I think one of my first streams, I was playing like some John Mayer music while I was chilling, muted VOD, and I was like, I researched it, what's this about, and I found out the issues with DMCA and the record company. So I started like I had all this stuff, so I put together a couple tracks, and next couple streams, everybody's like, what's the opening song you're using? It's my thing. I wrote it, and then after you get told 400 or 500 times, why don't you put that out? You finally put some stuff out. Next thing you know, you got 16 albums and like 180 songs.
16 albums, dude. Congratulations. That's incredible.
Thank you.
And your music's dope, dude. It's not just like something it's just some, people sometimes put out stuff, but like your stuff, like it's well thought out, well engineered.
That was my goal. Was there's you can go online and find copyright free DMCA, but it's very, and it's not that it's bad. There's still work that goes into it. It's very cookie cutter, very plain. It's kind of almost lifeless.
Right.
And I wanted to have things that had like a vibe that I could also put out. So anybody out there, if you're musicians, if you're lyrical artists, my stuff's out there. And if you're interested in doing collabs, I can send people files to put lyrics over them, to change stuff, add guitars, maybe play bass on them. It's what it's for. It's all open to collaboration.
Have you ever sold like any beats or anything like to anyone? Like, have you had someone like sing over any of your music or anything like that?
I have not. No, like stuff like that. Like if somebody wanted to reach out, like anything that I put out's free. So it doesn't, like, even if somebody's like, hey, I want to offer you that, it's free. Take it.
Oh, that's
as far as like making stuff for people, I find that to be very like sticking to like yeah, like getting into like a box of what somebody wants as a musician, as art, is very, it's very tough.
Yeah.
It's a path that I don't like to go down. So because I don't feel like I'm going to give you the best of what I could do.
Yeah.
And it's going to really hinder me. So I've never really gone down that like those commission routes or writing beats for people.
Yeah, because then it gets kind of, it's not as authentic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like authenticity is definitely like one of your strong traits, you know?
Yeah. And I'd rather, like, you know, I might be able to write one thing for one person and charge them $300 and then feel bad because I put out 10 albums afterwards and they were all free.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, oh shit, like, yeah, I'm gonna charge you this, but I'm about to put out this album for free. Yeah, but dude, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm talking about like authenticity. I feel like that's definitely like you know. So it makes complete sense. Ever since I met you, you've been such a authentic person, and you're just always like hella nice. And you know, you like when I first met you, you were, you know, like it was like 6 in the morning my time, and you were literally working your ass off, and you were like, yo, what's good? Like, you took the time to come into my stream like freaking hella early, and I was like, whatever, I was just like hella dead playing Tony Hawk, sucking ass, and you made conversation.
you were playing New York City downtown.
I was like, yo, this is so embarrassing, I hope no one's watching. And then, you know, you came along, so shout out to you. And
oh, it was a good time. I was all jazzed up because the night before I played Tony Hawk till like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta go find Twitch streamers playing Tony Hawk, and I was like, this dude looks cool. Because I always like to look for those like more chill people, and those are the kind of people I like to talk to. Because I mean, we're all on this platform trying to do the same thing. People always comment about, you know, me being like, you know, nice, and we're all sharing the same goal. So there's never a reason to not like at least check people out. If you don't like them, if it's not your content, move on. You can still support them and help them. You don't have to, you know, there's a lot of negativity, man, and I hate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you, dude. Like, I don't know. I hate that too. I think it's super easy. Like, you know, he's in the chat too, but you know, John, you and John, dude, you guys are, I don't know, like super special. Like, I don't know. I think you guys really do go above and beyond, like when it comes to support, you know, and that, the PC and your like behind you guys always have like you have a streamer behind you. It's like, oh, streamer of the day, or I don't know exactly what it's called, but I think that's super cool, man. And like, it's so authentic because it's just like you guys, it's just about being positive and not.
No, it's about like the motto of my life since I used to have a very negative outlook on life. I'm not gonna lie, you know, troubled past, you know. It's stuff I'd like to leave behind me, but when I started getting into this, the motto has been, don't expect kindness, create it, because you never know what kind of effect you can have on people when you just treat them the way that you want to be treated. Like you go to the gas station and hold the door for a guy who seems pissed off, you know, just hold it for him. He may not say thank you, but he may leave there and go, you know what, that was nice, and he'll do something for somebody, and you know, you never know what you're gonna do.
Yeah. It's like cause and effect. Like you just literally opening the door for someone can make their day. And
exactly.
I feel you, dude, because on my old job, so when I used to work in tech, I would treat everyone the same, from the CEO to the janitor. It didn't matter. Like even the lunch people, they remembered me. They were like, when like I finally left that job, they were like, oh, dude, we're gonna miss you, because you know, every day you're always like, hey, good morning, good afternoon, doesn't matter, you're always like same energy, it doesn't matter who's around. And like they're like, oh, you would always make my day. And I even changed like the culture. Everyone would start saying good morning to each other because everyone was just like a robot. So exactly, you know. And real quick, Mexican Snorlax in the chat, shout out Snorlax, he's saying that your pit vipers are nice, you know.
Appreciate you. Which ones? These ones or these 9 pairs back here?
I'm guessing the ones you're wearing, you know.
Yeah, these are I just bought these. These are the carnivores I just got.
Dude, yeah, those are nice. Honestly, like you're inspiring me to get a pair, dude.
Well, if you need a pair, you know, I got a page where it's part of my extended support off of Twitch that people can sign up, and I pick you out a pair.
Hey, there you guys go. If you guys are listening, you know. But dude, you know, you touched on like music and stuff. Tell me more about your mullet. Yeah, 9 pairs. Wait, 9 pairs is what you have, right? Plus,
there's making sure I didn't die out here. Okay,
no,
there's 9 pairs back here, 1 on my face and a pair over here. So there's 11 here. And then I just got delivered today, and I haven't opened it because I'm going to do a YouTube video on it. The Pit Viper LXIX exclusive briefcase.
I saw that. That looks really cool, dude.
3 pairs, the Turbo Time 69 wristwatch, and the LXIX chain. Yeah, I gotta make it. There's no videos for it on YouTube, so I gotta make one. So I haven't opened it. It's been sitting there. I wait 9 o'clock this morning. I got delivered. I'm just standing there with this box in my hand, like, man, I can't open it. I gotta wait.
Dude, that's sick. And I really do feel like they go with like your image, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like the 80. Like the music started out like I like synthwave music. I like that vaporwave, the Outrun style stuff, and it fits with that. I like the just cheesy like 80s, so, you know, the Cobra Kai t-shirt, the mullet, you know, it's rainbow right now for my homies, but yeah, they do fit me very well, I guess everybody says. So
dude, well, Cobra Kai is a great show, by the way. I don't know, caught me by surprise. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, and I was like, holy shit,
it's so good.
I binge it like every season. I binge it like the first day, and I'm like, damn.
Yep.
It's a little embarrassing, you know.
A couple days before the new season starts, I'll watch the whole series over again. Dude. I can't get enough of that show.
Yeah, it's really good. The music, I don't know. Hey, dude, maybe they'll feature one of your tracks on there, you know?
One day.
Imagine, that'd be sick. So your mullet, dude, like, how long have you been growing it for? Like, tell me more about that, you know?
So I got a haircut. COVID started in May of 2020, March of 2020. And then I got a haircut in May of 2020, and then I didn't cut my hair again. So I started growing it out until April of 2021, when Forgiven John and I were playing in an Apex tournament. And I promised my community if we didn't finish top 3, I'd cut my hair into a mullet. And I cut it into a mullet. It started off as like a joke, but it was like, everybody's like, dude, it actually looks good.
Yeah.
Like you pull off a mullet with the glasses and the whole, like, it just works for you. So here we are now. It's been like a year and a month I've had it.
So it just basically went off a bet then, and
yeah,
now you're just like,
not even a bet. I was just like, I'm so confident I'm getting top 3 in this tournament, even though I never played Apex before. Yeah, and I lost it, and I'm a man of my word. So
it looks great though, honestly. I don't know.
I got to give a shout out to the legend Omega Jugs in my community. Also a Twitch streamer, came over last Saturday and she didn't even charge me. She came over and did the rainbow dye for me.
Dude, it actually does look pretty cool, dude. I ain't even gonna lie, you know. And
I love the compliments I've been getting on it. I've been driving down the street. I got my big pink, my blue Ram with the pink racing stripes.
Yeah.
I'm always, this is what you see here on stream. It's not like I take it off. Like this, when I go out, this is what I wear.
Yeah. It's like you're actually who you are on stream and shit.
No, yeah.
What I was gonna actually ask you about your truck, dude, because I don't even know like what you drove or anything. And then when I asked you for the pictures for the like flyer, you sent me a picture of your truck. Yeah. Like, dude, your truck looks like, I don't know, it's like colorful. Like, tell me more about it.
So the last year I'd been driving around. I had a 2018 Accord, and the lease was up on it. So I'm driving around, and I just got back before I got let go from my job. They moved me over to a new position. I had a $1 an hour raise, $1.50.
Yeah. So
I'm driving home, and I'm driving past the Chrysler dealership, and I just see this bright blue 2021 Ram. And I skirt the car into the parking lot. I was like, how much is that thing? They told me how much it was. And I immediately bought it on the lot, left there, drove it over to a shop from somebody that my lady set me up with. Mm-hmm. Someone she works with, husband owns like a vinyl and detailing shop. Drove it right over to him. I was like, I want 2 big ass pink racing stripes down this thing. And he's like, are you serious? I was like, just do it. Trust me. It's going to look sweet. Yeah. We went through some different colors, found it. Dropped it off to him a couple days later. He had it done in like 8 hours. Came, picked it up, and now I got lights. I've added lights underneath it, lights inside of it, all pink, of course, pink lights everywhere. Dude, but yeah, no, that's just I saw that color and I was like, that colored blue with pink stripes would look just sick.
That's hilarious. Like it was just like you were just driving by and you're like, okay, like I need
gotta have it. Gotta have it. I knew I only had a month left on my lease and the car market was all weird. So they paid me like I think if I wanted to buy out my lease, I think I owed 17 grand on that car, and they gave me something like 29 for it. So it was like I had a good chunk of positive equity.
Dude, yeah, that truck is sick. I don't know, when I saw it, I was like, does it have like do you have, well, obviously don't dox yourself, but do you have like a special license plate, you know?
No, I don't do none of
Dude,
that.
you should. That would be so sick, you know. Like
I thought about it, but I'd rather get the I want to get like the Darkraizard logo on the back sliding window. I want to get my logo on there, and then I really badly want to get the Pit Viper logo on the front windshield at the top, so my windshield looks like a pair of Pit Vipers driving at you.
Dude, that'd be so sick, dude. Yeah, like I don't know. I drive around and I see the most interesting like license plates, you know. Like I think I was driving behind someone and it said like "Stay Mad" or something, and then one time I was driving around by someone and it said like "Go Around." I'm guessing people like know that they piss people off and they're just like, they just put it in the back, you know.
Yeah, I saw one. We got stuck at Arby's because the guy in front of us. I actually went to go get Arby's at 9:15. I didn't get back till 9:50, and it's 2 minutes up the street. The guy in front of me is driving a Mercedes with the license plate "Cash Out," but it's CASHOWT, and I was like, I hate this guy. I don't like him at all.
Yo, I'm dead. Cash out at an Arby's, dude.
In an Arby's in an S-Class Mercedes.
We're talking about Arby's, like, honestly, well, I know you told me you hate it. You hated it. Yeah. It was like, but dude, I don't think I've ever met anyone, like, seriously, anyone that's ate Arby's before. And I was
Arby's is like the fast food of Denny's. You don't go to Arby's, you end up at Arby's.
Okay, the fast food of Denny's. I like that.
Or the Denny's of fast food, whatever you want to call it. It's you don't go there, you end up there.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, I've never met anyone that has gone to Arby's, except right now Monty's saying Arby's isn't that bad. Maybe I should just try it for myself and like.
But that's not good enough. I mean, I don't want to go somewhere because it isn't that bad. I want to go somewhere because it's great.
That's true. Like, if you're eating out, it's like something special, you know?
Yeah. So I wanted to go get Cheesesteak Wizard, but yeah, we got down there. We had this cheesesteak place. Oh, it's dynamite. They were closed.
It's
I was like, I guess I'll just go to McDonald's, and there was like 60 cars in line. I was like, I can't go here.
Holy shit! Wait, it's called Cheesesteak Wizard?
Yeah, but it's spelled WHIZARD because they put like their thing is doing the cheesesteak with Cheese Whiz.
Damn,
and it is
that sounds
it's
fire.
Good stuff.
Wait, so I don't know if you're actually shout out Arby's, like the Arby's sponsored right there. No, I'm just kidding.
I laughed. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But I wanted to, like, dude. So I don't know. You're from the East Coast, right, or Midwest, East Coast? Dude, have you had Wawa's before? Because you're talking about cheesesteaks.
Well, there's 3 things you could do at Wawa.
Yeah.
You could get in a fist fight. You could get a sub, or you could even buy some crack cocaine. All 3 of those things could be done within the same 10-minute period as well.
Holy shit! Wait, what? Like, I don't want to like give your location, but where? What?
You're fine. I'm in Ohio. We don't have a Wawa here. They're in Pennsylvania. There's a whole bunch of them. Like, I'm 30 minutes from PA.
Okay.
And they're everywhere over there.
Yeah, I love Wawa's. Like, for 3 years, I've been trying to get cookies and cream milk at Wawa's, and I was in New York like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and my friend Louis Guns and I was like, dude, we went to Atlantic City. It was like the craziest experience ever because it was like worse than Reno. And I don't know if you've been to Reno, but Reno's like a low budget Las Vegas, you know.
Yeah,
but
I've never been there, but I know it's like the wall, like Las Vegas is Target and Reno is Walmart.
Yeah. And we went, and I was like, dude, like, we went during a weekday, so it was kind of our fault. But it was funny because the thing I was most excited for, besides like hanging out with my friend Louis, it was going to Wawa's. And I was like, dude, if we go here and they have cookies and cream milk, I'm a nut, bro. Hit the nut button, you know. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, we went, and dude, cookies and cream milk, and I just. Oh my god, like, I'm just so excited about that. But basically, yeah, look, to put it short, like I love that milk so much that I even took a $150 lift on my old company's dime to when I was in New York to Jersey to get it. And then I was so pissed.
Man.
It was sold out. They didn't even have it.
Oh.
So I went back. I went there for nothing. I was like, dude, I feel like a dumbass, you know, besides getting chewed out. But anyway, yeah. So, because you brought up the cheesesteak, I was like, oh, I wonder if you guys got, or yeah, I wonder if you guys got like Wawa out there. Because I'm a Wawa fiend, you know?
Yeah, no, they're like 30 minutes from us. So anytime we head over that way, yeah, you could find a Wawa. Sketchy neighborhood sometimes, but good food.
Well, next time you go, you know, cookies and cream milk. And
I'll keep an eye out for it.
And if you have stomach problems, you know, don't blame me, you know. But yeah, and Les MC is saying that, hey, now I go to Arby's.
Yeah, sorry, Les.
Yeah, Les, I haven't never had an Arby's, so I definitely gotta try it, you know. But I think I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I think. But I don't feel like I'll be convinced, you know. I don't know.
I don't know if it's just us, because like over where we're at, like McDonald's they rule the roost. I mean, Taco Bell is always sloppy, but it's Taco Bell. I mean, it's fantastic. It doesn't matter. You go there, you could place your order and get a surprise bag with none of your shit in it, but you're still gonna eat it. You're still gonna love it. You're gonna have diarrhea. You're still gonna go back. But McDonald's is just like the king of it. Like their food's not that great, but everything's perfect. Like they have it down to a science. Them and Chick-fil-A. Yeah. But the Arby's around us they're sloppy, they're messy, they forget. Like, and first of all, this is I don't know, like this is a medium. I don't know in what world it's okay that this is a medium. This is a liter of cola.
Holy shit! I wonder what a large looks like.
No, dude, a large, like they just fill up the bed of my truck with soda and I drive off.
Dude, that's insane. But yeah, I don't know. If those of you in chat, let us know what your favorite fast food spot is. And like you said, I think mine is Taco Bell, because Taco Bell, you can't go wrong with it. They even call it the healthiest fast food, but I'm just like,
really, like when you look at the ingredients, it really is.
Really?
Like it's really not, no, like compared to some of the other stuff, even like calories wise, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And it's also, they've been there for me since I was 16, 17, living in an apartment. I got $2 to my name. I can go eat like a king. They've been there for me. I'll always be there for them.
You know, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get some Taco Bell. No, I'm kidding.
No, let's go.
No, yeah, but yeah, T-Bell is definitely the vibe, you know.
Nice. I like that Les agrees that the drink sizes are way too big.
I mean, it's true. Like, yeah, some places are like, damn, you really drink that much soda? I'll drink like this much, and I'll be like, yo, bro, like, I don't feel good, you know.
And I'll tell, anytime I go to Arby's, I have to tell them I'll do the medium because I want like the medium fry. But I'll say, give me, you know, the medium. And I get a diet Dr. Pepper, but I say make it mostly ice.
Yeah.
Because there ain't no way I'm drinking that much soda, and if I do, it's just gonna rot my stomach.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's bad. But I wanted to ask about your name, dude. How'd you come up with that?
So this has been a good one. I've actually got to explain this a few times in the past couple months. When we were living in our apartment, so maybe 2010, 11, maybe later than that. I'm sorry. It was when Modern Warfare 3 came out. Mm-hmm. I got really good at Modern Warfare 3. I was competing like semi-pro in tournaments, and I got sponsored by a gaming page on YouTube. And it was at that point, my screen name, my gamer tag used to be my first initial, my last initial, and then 5150 or Van Halen. Or my first name, last initial, and then 5150. And I was like, if I'm getting into like the competitive gaming scene and putting out content for a YouTube page, I probably shouldn't use my name. And Pokemon Diamond and Pearl had just recently come out, and I like fell in love with the character, the Pokemon Darkrai. The lore and the story behind that Pokemon I found really cool. And then Charizard is just, you know, I mean, he's the god, he's the king of Pokemon. So I just took those two names and smashed them together, and Darkraizard was born.
Oh, I love it, dude. That's tight.
And it's unique, and everybody like it grabs, like people always ask the same thing. Where'd you come up with that name? How do you pronounce it? It's like you can pronounce it, but you're never quite sure if you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
I've always wanted something, and I was able to, like, nobody had anything like that. I didn't have to put any X's or zeros on it. And so I could have my continuity online, everything, Darkraizard. So if you're looking for me anywhere, it's just Dark. You Google me. I have a Google panel, actually.
I'm
an
really?
official artist. Yeah.
Dude.
And if you Google Darkraizard, it'll show you my songs, my Spotify, my Twitter. It'll say I'm a musical artist. That's really cool. It makes me, you know, every now and then when I'm feeling down on myself, I check it out. But then if you click on images, like one of the first images is actually Forgiven John wearing a Darkraizard shirt. So it's pretty cool.
Dude, that's so sick. That's actually cool. Like the fact that, you know, you kind of got, like, I just literally Googled you and like all your information comes out. I want to see what, I'm scared to look it up, but let's see what comes out. Nothing. You actually come out, me tweeting about you. Dude, so well, since you told your story, I'll tell you mine too, because I feel like, you know, people always come up with different interpretations when it comes to my name too. But some people will be like, is it because, are you gay? Because like in the gay community, they know like bears.
The bears,
like,
yeah.
So they're like, are you gay? And I'm like, no, actually. It's because, so, dude, when I was like in high school, I had like, I'm not even kidding, like this is not bullshit, 27 nicknames. I was literally at a party. I threw a party and 2 people were talking about me, but using different names.
Using different nicknames.
Yeah, I was like, yo, that's hella funny. But yeah, when I was in high school, they used to call me Square because like I'm freaking like thick, square, like I don't know, I guess like I'm square or whatever. But then also my older brother, when we were kids, like my, like, you know, for us, like, money is important, you know. I was like, I'm gonna save this haircut money. I had my older brother cut my hair, and he basically fucked my hair up and made me look like I have a square head. Anyway, so from there, like, a bunch of different iterations came, and people call me Square Bear, but then I was like, that's not available, and like other people had it, so I was like Square the Bear, and that's how it came out. But yeah, so I don't know, I guess that's the story, you know.
Yeah, hey, everybody's got a story for their name, and it's I am enjoying picturing you with a haircut that makes you look like you got a square head.
It's bad. I shave my head now, but dude, if you saw me before, I used to have like an afro, but I don't grow that out because it's bad. Like my hair looks like a mop, you know. So I'm just like, I'm good. Like you guys.
Yeah, if I don't take care of mine, it curls up. It's starting to do it right now. It just curls.
It looks nice though, but I'm gonna send you a picture so you can see it later. So you're gonna be like,
cool.
Jesus Christ, like I can't believe this guy, you know, like how the heck does he look like that, you know? But tell me about gaming, dude. Like, so you said you were used to play Call of Duty competitively and stuff.
Yeah, Modern Warfare. Well, Modern Warfare, the first one got me kind of into shooters. I had a buddy over one night. We were playing, I think it was like Rainbow Six New Vegas or Rainbow Six Vegas, not New Vegas is a different game. And we were having fun with it, but the online was really janky and it just wasn't that good. And he's like, dude, you got to try this Call of Duty Modern Warfare game. I was like, I remember playing Call of Duty 3 and I was like, this game's are ass, man. He's like, no, man, this game's different. So we argued about it, drove down to GameStop. I traded in a couple games, bought a new copy of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Came back, sucked in, but I was ass at that game.
Yeah. And
then 2 came out, and I got pretty decent with like the intervention and quick scoping and throwing knives were like I loved the throwing knives. And then when 3 came out, I took it serious. I got a little bit older. I had a job at a pizza place, but I only worked the morning, so I could just grind games all night. And I started getting pretty good. I had buddies over, and we were always pub stomping. We would do free-for-alls. I was winning, and they told me, like, you know, try to just enter some competitions. I entered a few. I never won anything big. Second places, third places. I competed in that, like, Modern Warfare 3 had this tournament worldwide to compete for a Jeep. And I came in, like, second place at the local tournament for that. And it just got me really into it. But now I hate competitive gaming. Like between you and me and everybody in here, I can't stand it anymore.
It's hard. It's taxing.
It's very hard.
Like for me, well, you know me, I play Valorant, and even like Valorant, just trying to play comp like stresses me out. So I can't imagine like competitive gaming. You know, like. So kudos to you for even trying it and putting yourself out there. Like
I hate it. And there's a massive fall off, and like if you can't find a way to flip from competitive to like casual with content, you'll have a massive fall off. And I was like, I can't keep doing that competitive thing. And then I developed eye issues too. So it like really like I have these like spots in my eyes that just, I can't, like as I move, there's just black clouds that float around. I don't really tell a whole lot of people that, but that's why I don't play like out of my mind a lot. It's kind of tough. That's why I also wear the pit vipers, because really bright lights make those black images like intensified, so the sunglasses kind of help a little bit.
Damn.
But I got out of that. I was like, let's just get into fun gaming, and then I started like, I think it was Black Ops 2 came out, and I was just into like trolling people. Like I went from competitive to like, let's just go around and just, you know, let's play like gun game, but let's knife people and just constantly demote them and troll people and just get clips. Hitting clips is what we're all about now.
No, that's cool. And I think the fact that you like understood that, you know, I can't do this no more, it's good, because I feel like, you know, people just keep forcing themselves to do things they don't like, and
yeah,
that's where things don't become fun. You get burnt out of like gaming and stuff, then it's just like, I don't want to do this shit anymore, and
it turns into a bad job, not a good job.
Yeah, and like I'm sure you've seen it, I've seen it, like I've been through it myself, where I get burned out on games and streaming, and I'm like, dude, I don't even feel like doing this shit, you know. So, it's just kind of like, you gotta tell yourself like, I don't really, and I gotta take a break off of this, or I gotta pivot, you know. So it's cool,
and that's,
you know?
That's why I took my break. Like I had a back and forth with Twitch for a long time, and that's kind of why I stepped away. It was the meta for Twitch was Warzone, and I'm not that good at it, so I had to like, I couldn't keep doing it there. I had to step away from it. Like I'm more than happy to, like, you know, when me and Forgiven John will get together and we'll run like a Z League contest, and it's just fun. It's just me and him just goofing around, and like that stuff's fun, but I can't sit there and play it 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I had to like step away and redevelop and come back. And now with the chatting stuff, I'm much more happy. I'll play games occasionally, you know, maybe a couple hours a day, or, you know, maybe 6 hours throughout the whole week. Cause I just can't, not with the current state of some of these games.
Yeah. I feel it. Like I miss Verdansk, you know. Verdansk.
Oh yeah.
I miss Verdansk. Rest in peace, Verdansk. Come back.
Oh,
but,
man, those were the days. And we hated that map, but man, if we only knew now, if we only knew then what we know now.
Yeah, I regret it. I regret talking so much shit. Be like, fuck, we need a new map. Like, I didn't think it was gonna get worse, but yeah, I feel like it got worse, you know. But no, yeah. So that's cool, dude. I think like I respect it a lot that you know, you kind of you did what's best for you, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people don't do that. You know, they're just kind of like, they push themselves to where it's not like good, you know. And so you did that, and like, I'm stoked for you, dude. And like, I feel like, you know, ever since you came back, like I sense like this whole new like energy from you, you know, and you're just like, fuck yeah, dude, like I'm ready. Like I feel like, I don't know, it just feels different, and it feels like
it does,
good, you know.
It does feel different. Even like people notice it, and they've been saying that to me. Even to me, it feels different.
Yeah,
it feels better. It feels right.
Yeah, so
just I want to come back with a vengeance, and just I don't know, man. I want to carry an entire community and just help every single one of those people go do what I can to help them live their best lives.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think like your community is awesome. You know, you have just, it's all genuine, and just your energy, and you know, I think like I really love the bromance that you and John got. You know, it's cute. You know, like it's like straight bromance. You know, I'm like, I like it. You know, it's just, I could tell you.
It was bromance from the beginning. I can tell you that. He showed me his wiener, and that was it, man. It was like, this is my bro for life.
How'd you guys meet, actually?
So I had just gotten into Twitch. My buddy's Cool Guy Zone TTV. They're a couple Smash streamers.
Yeah.
They got me into it. I always knew about Twitch. I used to watch like Doc and Ninja back in the day, but I never knew the accessibility of doing it. And they were like, hey, we started this Twitch channel. I'm like, what is it? You guys fucking rock stars now? What's going on? So I went in and checked it out. And then they walked me through it. Like, no, man, all you need is a camera, a capture card, and an Xbox, and you're good to go. And like a PC. And I had a decent PC. And then I started getting into it. And then I went down the rabbit hole. Like I was doing the green screen at first with the cowboy setup and like all these different angles. Harris Heller was the go-to guy. Like if you weren't watching Harris Heller videos for what to do on your stream, you were doing it wrong. So I popped into one of his Twitch streams when he was doing his like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I think it was like a Wednesday night, like 10 p.m. or something, maybe 8 p.m. I'm just in his chat, just watching, listening to the guy talk. I think he might have been playing PUBG. And I just saw, let me see if I got it here. Oh, wait, did he get rid of his emote? I might not be subbed to his channel right now. Oops, sorry, John. I saw the little Scooby hype pop up.
Yeah.
And it was a wiener dog with the word hype, and I was like, ooh, at Forgiven John, dude, that wiener dog emote's sick. Where did you get it? And he's like, it's a picture of my dog Scooby. I got a little wiener dog. Oh yeah, I got a wiener dog. And then it was just best friends from there. So thanks to Harris Heller for introducing me to Forgiven John, just on a random Wednesday night.
Shout out Harris Heller. A fool's like literally puts us on game for nothing, you know. So, dude, out of all your albums, like, what's your favorite one so far? You know, I've listened to a bunch of your music, and sometimes I'll just have it like playing, you know. But do you have like a favorite?
I do. I have 3 favorites.
Yeah.
My favorite in terms of like pushing me to continue and go on, like one that like solidified, like this is what I'm gonna do, was the first one, High Noon. Because that was the one where it was like it was like a mixtape of tracks that I wrote for my own stream that I put out, and like everybody ate it up, so that it holds a spot in my heart as like, you know, the OG. It's the first one.
And that's what your Discord server is called, right? High Noon Saloon or something like that, right?
It's Neon Paradise now.
Oh, okay. So you change it every time, or what?
No, I tried to drift a little bit away from the cowboy thing.
Oh, okay.
Because it was a bad time in my life. It was something I should have never done. Not that I should. I met some great people in my life when I was doing my streams that way, but it was time to move on from it.
Yeah.
So the High Noon stays tied to music. So that's the record company I kind of own, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And so no, I would change to the Discord and Neon Paradise. That's what we call the community is the Dark Renegades. Yeah. That's what everybody is now.
And what about the other 2?
So the second, my most ambitious and like my favorite like electronic album to work on was Synthetic. It's 26 songs, so it was like a big one, and it was just this hodgepodge of like, I wanted it to be 2 albums, but they were 2, like, because I usually do like 13 songs and everything sounded so similar, and then I went back and started rewriting some of the songs. I was like, I found a way to tie, you know, 26 songs together to fit and have the same vibe for an album. And that was the one that I sent Jessie, my artist, a picture of the back of my truck, and I was like, I'd like to turn this into an album artwork. And she just crushed it. And the artwork is so good. The artwork just kind of like, it vibes with the whole album. The album vibes with the art. It's a great back and forth. And it's my first and only album to hit 100,000 plays, which is technically, I guess, what is that?
It's amazing. That's what it is.
it's some kind of like certification now that it's getting close to having is like an album.
Yeah.
But my favorite album to work on, to do, was True Grit, the most recent True Grit, not True Grit 8-bit, the actual instrument, the metal album, because I got to sit there and track guitars, and I got to do, like, everybody asked, like, what would you like to do? And I said, I like playing metal, I like ripping guitar solos. They were like, well, give us some.
Which True Grit is it? I'm sorry?
True Grit.
It's a True Grit 1?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm just posting these.
Yeah, no, you're good, thank you. And that's just it's a metal album. It's very Kill Switch, Lamb of God inspired. A little bit of Trivium in there, lots of guitar solos. And that was my favorite to work on because I just got to like sit down like I was in a band again and like write parts and rehearse them and sit there. Like I literally recorded all of that album right here, right behind me.
Damn.
Taking guitar tracks for hours at a time. And then when I finally got it done, I was like, I'm not a big fan of this. Let me sit on it for a couple days and come back. So I sent out a couple people like tracks, and I was like, what do you guys think? And I just shut it off for a little bit, and then everybody said, dude, you gotta put this out. So everybody liked it. It was well received. I had a blast writing it, and it felt good to play guitar again on an album.
So, like, you know, I mean, I'm not familiar with like nothing when it comes to writing the music, but so the way it works is what you track everything. So like just to kind of give because I myself, I don't know what goes into making an album. I just see like movies and my friends do it, but so just to kind of give everyone like an idea of like the crazy shit you do, like what
there's no right or wrong way to write an album, so I don't want anybody to take what I'm saying and like think that it will work for them. For electronic stuff, I'll start off usually with some kind of like sub bass idea, like a dum 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 dum, something like that. For metal, though, it could start off with like a lick idea that I have, like a guitar solo part, then I write around that. But the way I get it all put together is I'll usually sit down with a program called Tablet. And it's just it's a bunch of MIDI tracks that you could write out, and it sounds very, so I have, if you look on my albums, I have what's called True Grit 8-bit, and it's 8-bit like Nintendo sounding metal music. So I'll sit down in this program and I'll just write, you know, drum parts and guitar parts and chords and piano parts until it's a song, and I'll just sit there and tweak it and keep going back and forth till I have songs done. And then I'll take those and I'll export MIDI files over to Logic, and I'll cut everything out except for the drum track, and then I'll sit there and learn how to play all the parts so that I can program the drums, and then I record bass over it, and then I record guitar tracks over it, and then I don't do any guitar solo writing outside of like when I'm here. So like that's all fresh stuff that happens as I'm sitting there. I have a very bizarre way of writing. The electronic stuff's different, but like writing the metal stuff, I have a very bizarre way of writing.
That's amazing, dude. Like, okay, 10 albums? How many albums did he say?
There's 15 released. There's
15
one
released.
There's one about to come out. There's one about to come, one more after that I got to finish mixing and mastering. And then I'm in the process of trying to write right now. My Mac's been bonked, so it's it's on the fritz right now. So I'm trying to write between using Ableton on my gaming PC and GarageBand and Logic on my iPad. So I'm still trying to make stuff. It's not coming out the way I want it, but once I get this fixed, I can port those tracks over and tweak them on there.
Yeah. So 16 albums.
Yeah.
Dude, congrats, man. That's amazing, dude. Like
16, and I still got 2 more to upload too. I'm just waiting until the time. I like to space them out a little bit.
That's hard, man. That's congrats to you, dude, because
appreciate it, man.
Writing music is fucking hard, man. Especially, and you're doing it all like on your own, dude. Like,
yeah,
that's props, dude. Like, it's insane. I think that's such a process too, because you know you're writing the music and then you're editing it, and it's just a whole, like, dude, I don't know how you have the patience for that, you know. It's an escape, it's a release. It's a lot of people, like, I've never looked at music as like a job or like complicated thing that'll be stressful. So if I sit down and I'm not feeling it, I'll walk away. Yeah.
But then there are times, like you could ask my lady, there's times where I will be in this room for 5 days straight, and she's like, have you fucking eaten? Have you gone to the bathroom? Because I'll just sit in there and I'll be banging on it, because you hit it like a flow state, and the time could pass by in the blink of an eye when you hit that.
Damn. And I would say, like, you know, you talk about your lady, I'm sure she's very supportive, so I think that helps too, right? Like,
yeah. Oh, for sure.
That's cool, dude. Yeah, you have someone checking in on you and stuff. I think that's good.
Like the day I got that call, like I'd been with that company I worked with for 10 years.
Yeah.
And when I got that call, she came up, she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, I guess I just lost my job. And I'm freaking out. Like, I don't know what the hell we're going to do. I got this, you know, we got a mortgage to pay for. We got, you know, 2 dogs. We got cats. She's got her frogs. We got, you know, I got to take care of her too. Like, that's my job, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, what are you freaking out about? She's like, you'll either find a new one. She says, or better yet, just go full time on Twitch. You've been wanting to like do content creation and music for years, but you never had like an out, like a way out of your job, like a push into it. She's like, just use that.
It's like,
so if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing this right now.
Yeah. Shout out to your partner, because honestly, I feel like people supporting content creation is definitely like a blessing. It's not everyone understands it, you know. I think that you know, I've had friends that when they say that Twitch is just, oh, I don't want to watch that shit, it's just like you play video games, and I'm like, dude, it's so much more than that. Like, it's not really as simple as you think. Like, there's so much, like, I don't know. There's
a lot of 17-hour days.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just playing games. Like, that's what, like I'm so lucky too. Like, her parents kind of get it. Like, I never really had to explain it to them. But I've had friends that are like, oh, it must be nice to just sit at home and play video games all day. Like, man, I wish that was it.
Right.
You're talking like On Blast, sometimes there's, there might be 60, 70 people in chat. And it's like, you got to think about you standing in, like, the way I always describe people look at their viewership is like you're sitting in your bedroom. You got 8 people, 10 people, 15 people. Imagine 15 people behind you in your room hanging out watching you play Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's a lot. That's a lot to keep track of. That's a lot of people to keep entertained. And when you start getting up there, it gets even harder. You're providing entertainment and an outlet, and you're giving people a space to come hang out. And it's not just that. It's like you don't hit end stream and then go chill. You raid out, you hang out with another community, you go watch some other people's streams, you're getting on Twitter, you're engaging on there, you're editing down videos, you're watching. Lately, I've been watching Super Smash Brothers Fatality Falcon gameplay so I can learn how to get better for a Smash Brothers tournament on Sunday. Like, there's always stuff to do, and it doesn't end. And if you miss a couple days, you get swept under the rug real fast. Yeah,
it's really true, and yeah, dude, exactly. Like, I think what you're saying is exactly it. It's not just turning on the stream, but it's having also the energy, being in the right headspace, and then raiding out, being entertaining, then like talking to someone new, and just it takes a lot of energy to really do that. It really does. And
it does. It's tough, and not a lot of people talk about that. Like, there's almost like there's a stigma of like people talking about the two aspects of streaming that I talk about is the hard work that goes into it and the mental health deterioration that can happen from it.
Yeah,
those two things aren't talked about enough, and I wish more people talked about them.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I'll be straight up, I was going through that like super bad a couple weeks ago before I went to New York. It was like I was like, dude, I'm gonna stop streaming. I'm like, I'm not feeling it no more. And the thing is just, we work so hard that we don't really give ourselves a pat on the back. Shout out my friend Snorlax. He's always like my biggest cheerleader. He's always telling me, dude, take some days off, like looking out for my well-being. And I'm sure you have friends that tell you the same too, like so it's really good that like our mental health, when it comes to content creation, it should be more talked about, because I think for me, sometimes I'm just like, damn, dude, like I don't want to take too much time off. It's like I'm gonna fall off and stuff. But I think you just gotta kind of sometimes you need.
It's the way you go about it. Like if you just log off and you don't keep up with anybody, that can happen. But if you got your circle around you, you let your community know what's going on. There 9 times out of 10, and that 1 out of 10 that doesn't, you don't want anyway.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, dude, take your time. Like right now, my internet issues, I've been spazzing. Yeah. Like I feel like I'm letting everybody down. I got a bunch of subs that it's like I feel like I'm not giving you guys the content you paid for. You guys deserve better than me streaming, having my internet crash, and then going, all right, I gotta go for the day. Like I feel fucking bad. And they're like, dude, there ain't nothing you could do. It's not your fault. Enjoy some time off.
Yeah.
Just chill. We're not going anywhere. We'll be here when you get back.
No, exactly. And like, just opening it up. So let's say you take a break off of streaming, like what do you think would be a good way for you to kind of, I don't want to say stay relevant, but still, do something, what do you think? Like I don't know if that's the right word. So, okay, let's say.
I know what you're saying. How do you walk away but still be engaged enough to,
exactly.
to not kind of disappear? Because, I mean, there's a million people on the internet every day. There's 100 viral videos every minute. You can get forgotten about for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just communicating. It's just being like, if you got a Discord community, be honest with them. Like tell them what's going on. And you could find little ways like here and there, like you want to take a break from streaming, but still maybe you got some stuff sitting out. You could tweet, you could get out there, you could engage with some people on there a little bit. That doesn't take too much time. Sometimes it's fun, like getting into little Twitter conversations with people. And I mean, it's all about communicating with your community is probably the most important part of like taking a break. Because like I said, they're usually like when I do it, like with this, I'm in there every day telling them like, hey, here's an update. Here's what's going on. I love you guys. Maybe you won't hear from me for 2 days because I'm gonna go spend some time with the lady.
Yeah. I like that. Honestly,
it's very important to do that. Like, you got to take some time for yourself. Like especially with like, and I don't toot my own horn at all, but what I like to do is our community is very open. It's very welcoming. Any and all are welcome. I don't care your race, color, creed, religion, or what you're into. I don't care what you do. If you're a good person, you got a spot in my family. But when you're open like that and you got a safe space for people to come and like, you know, if you're having problems, you can come talk in my stream. We'll talk about it. Like, I don't care what we're doing at the time. If you're struggling, we could talk about that. Yeah. But your glass can only be so full before you need to let some get out. Like, you can only take on, and one container, one vessel can only take on so much.
What do you like? What about for content? Like, how do you think you get, like, if you're not streaming, what can you do about content usually? Like, what's your process? Because I have one. I'm interested in yours, you know?
I'm not the best person to go to for that question.
Yeah.
Because I have the music.
Yeah.
So like there always is, like, there's always a hand in hand. If you're on Twitch, it's your Twitch and you do YouTube, or your Twitch and you do TikTok, or your Twitch and you do podcasts, or Twitch and you do like tech reviews. I've always had the music to kind of fall back.
Yeah.
But outside of that, short form content, which it's a little, I'm working on finding a new editor right now, but short form content has always been my thing. Like funny clips from the stream, you know, maybe the 1 in a million shot that I hit every couple weeks, or, you know, stuff like that. And then I think Twitter is probably the content that I put out, because some of the stuff, you know, once it breaks 11 o'clock at night, you get dark after dark. You know, there's some stranger things going on Twitter with me after 11 o'clock. I turn into a different person.
Yeah, it's demon hours.
Yeah, it's the degen hours in me for sure.
Oh, dude, yeah, like, that's cool. You know, I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense. And I would say, you know, one thing about myself is, and like, I'm super hard on myself because I try to do a bunch of different shit. You know, I try to do sneaker reviews, I try to do like content, a bunch of different stuff, you know. And I think sometimes, like, before, I was kind of trying to force it, you know, like, be like, dude, I need to put shit out all the time, you know, like, but I feel like I'm also an authentic person, so I was like, not having
dude, for sure,
fun with some of the content. But dude, you know what, like, one of my favorite entrepreneurs, and like the person that, like, he's like always like, fuck yeah, like, do that shit, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk. I sometimes watch like his podcasts and stuff, and he in one of his like little short form clips, he literally talks about TikTok and how it's not, like, the algorithm isn't like set yet or some shit like that. But basically he was saying, dude, anything you do, post about it, make it content. And the thing is, when I went to New York, dude, like, I was just like, this is gonna be fun, but you know what, I can get some videos and stuff, you know. And the thing is, like, all the videos that I posted, they've been so cool, and like, I feel like it's a different way to get my creativity out there. So like, I went like shopping for like sneaker stores, streetwear stores, and then we some of my Twitch homies, we went to a LAN center. Shout out to you guys. And you know, we actually like played Valorant in person. That was cool. I did like a video on that. So yeah, what you're saying, you know, like, there's other ways to make content, and like short form content is
there's the one thing that I'm not some big like hot shot, like, I'm not a big streamer. I'm still I'm building. By the way, the one thing you said your pet peeve is like being punctual. My pet peeve is people calling themselves a small streamer.
Yeah,
don't limit yourself inside that box. You're not a small streamer, you're a growing streamer. So that's what we're doing right now. We're still growing.
Yeah.
But if I had any advice to anybody, it's do those things, but do them to what makes sense to the community that you're building. Try not to branch out to too many places. Like, since I've known you, you've always been like the sneaker guy and the shooter guy.
Yeah,
that works for you. But like, you know, like, it would be really weird one day if you were like, oh, I'm not fishing, let me try to film some fishing content. Like, that's just not going to work for you. It's going to confuse your audience.
Yeah, it's true. I do have some weird shit sometimes, you know, like, I don't know, my community, we're just out of pocket sometimes, you know, like.
And that's, for some people that works. I mean, you could get away with it, but I'll see people like constantly flipping the script to like from one extreme to another, and it's like, you know, give it some time. Like, none of this stuff is a race. It's all a marathon, man. It's not. You can't expect to just hit go live and like have, you know, thousands of people. Those days are gone for anybody. Like, there's not going to be another Twitch Ninja. There's not going to be another Dr. Disrespect. Like, those days have come and gone. Another Tim the Tap Man. They're already here. Like, what it is now is it's the slow burn. It's the growth. But, you know, try to organically try a couple things. I never believed it. I watched these Harris Heller videos where he's like, you're going to go through many variations of yourself on this platform before you find your true calling. I shit you not, I hit that space bar, I pause that video. Dude, I'm gonna be a cowboy on Twitch forever, Harris. You're full of shit. Fast forward 6 months later, the cowboy shit was gone. And we've gone through plenty of changes.
Yeah, it's called growth, you know, like you're saying.
Yeah.
We're growing streamers, and we're figuring out what works for us. And I feel the same, you know. I started off as, dude, I used to play fucking Among Us. I would play Among Us, Call of Duty, and, you know, I was like, dude, I kind of want something different, you know. And that's why I play Valorant. And I'm not saying Valorant is like the most exciting concept, but I like that it challenges me and it kind of brings a different side of me, you know. So it's interesting, but what you're saying is true, you know, like facts, like you do change, you know, and it's cool, you know.
You slowly, you will find these, like, people are quick to know if something's not authentic, like if they know if you're being fake or if you're trying to be a copy. And and I've had a few people accuse me like I'm trying to be like some like Dr. Disrespect ripoff, and just because I wear glasses, like a guy can't wear glasses without being called Dr. Disrespect, and I love and respect that man. But I don't think, I mean, I'm not running a green screen. I'm not, you know, 6'8". I don't have a 37-inch vertical leap. I think I got like a 3.7. So I'm not really trying to rip him off, but people can tell when you're not authentic. So you'll go through those periods of time where you're finding yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And don't be afraid to try new I don't want to contradict myself, but don't be afraid to try new things that make sense.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. And yeah, dude, 100%. I think you're pretty unique though, dude. You know, I think like
I appreciate you.
You're very unique. I love your. I think your setup is so sick, dude. Like it looks so dope, you know. And I think that's one of the things that I struggle with so freaking much is I struggle with so much like my layout, dude. Like layout is like probably one of the hardest things.
It's tough.
So like your layout is sick, bro. You got an amazing, like your camera looks amazing. You got like you figured everything out. So I don't know. I think that's sick.
I mean, that's John.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured it out because of John.
Yeah. Well, shout out John. You know, and
for sure.
Like I think it's dope that he's down to like, you know, be like, yo, like. I think I asked John a question one time too, like, oh, what? I think I asked him like, what kind of camera you use or some shit, and he was so nice about it. And like some people, they're not as nice, you know. They're like, oh, why are you trying to copy my shit, you know? And for me, people have asked me like, oh, dude, what do you think about? Would it be cool if I use this like that you're doing? And I'll be like, yeah, dude, of course, you know. And I think for me, it's just like I don't care if like people use stuff for my stream. I just feel I think it's nice to be asked, you know. And
no, being asked is definitely nice, but yeah, and John, like that's where I learned that from was like John's just openness to help, because like all you're doing is like some people will look at Twitch and like I'm not going to help you because you're going to steal viewers from me.
Yeah,
but that's not the case. Like you got to look at it as like you could be friends with that person. You guys could grow together. Like you don't need to be stingy about it, and they're not going to steal there's no stealing viewers from people. I mean, unless you're specifically coming in to somebody's Twitch while they're live saying, hey, I'm live, come watch me.
Yeah,
but helping somebody, it's only going to be beneficial to everybody. Like being a dick to somebody leaves a lasting impression.
Yeah,
the bad way. Like we're being nice to them is like, I don't know, man. And that's what John taught me like quick and early on the platform. So you need camera help and like OBS help, he's your guy. You want some audio help with microphones and sound management and some music, that's me.
No, but I really appreciate you guys, you know, I feel like you guys are so always down to help and, you know, just give advice and shit. And so I hella appreciate that, dude. You know, I think you guys are definitely very what's the word, authentic and just rare, you know. There's definitely not a lot of guys out here like you guys, so I'm all dehydrated. And
that's what we're trying to spread. That's what we're trying to get out there, is to make it so we're not so rare. Like you just helping each other is what it's all about, man. You never know. Like I said, coming back to what we talked about at the beginning, you never know how you're going to change somebody's day for the better just by taking a moment to just be a decent human being.
Yeah. And you know, when you took your break, dude, like I don't know how long your break was for, but I think like as soon as you came back, it was like boom, the love was still there, you know.
It was, man. those first couple weeks being back on Twitch, there was a couple times I almost broke down on stream.
Yeah.
Because it was overwhelming, not in a bad way, but it was like unexpected. Because I've seen people take breaks, and your community will still be there, but it's gonna take them some time of like seeing your name come around again. To like, all right, well, he's back. We're in a flow. We got this thing going on. But it was like day one, man. Like day one, stream back and hit with raids, and like people coming in and just dropping massive bombs. It blew, like, and I don't care about the financial end of things, but it's just the money doesn't matter to me, but it's the people that are there to believe in you, and like they're sharing that money and their hard-earned money with you because they believe in you. Like that's what gets me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had totally forgot about this point, but I want to bring it up again because I think, you know, like you made such a powerful point, dude, because you were talking about, you know, like you have this amount of viewers, but in person it'd be so different, you know. Like if you have like anywhere like fucking 1, 5, 10, 20, 50 whatever viewers, like it's crazy because, you know, on Twitch people will be like, oh, that's not that much, but it's like, no, dude, like imagine you being on a stage talking to like those amount of people in the same room. Like I'd be freaking nervous, you know. I'd be like, holy shit, you know.
Yeah.
So definitely, like, it's if you just change the perspective and think about, you know, what if I was talking to all these people in one room? How would that be, you know? And like
that's the way I've always looked at it. It's like imagine you're sitting there trying to play Fortnite with 9 people standing behind you, going, "Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Hey, we'll do this. Oh, what's that?" It's a lot, man, and it's impressive. Like. My old bands, when I used to play out, we've played shows to literally 0 people. So I know what it's like. So like it blows my mind every day that I turn on my stream, and like, so I'll fire up my stream. I'll get my starting soon screen up, and I'll go puff me a smoke before, and I'll go get ready. I'll decompress before I come on. And when I come back, there's like, you know, 4 or 5 people in there chatting with each other.
Yeah.
Like that blows me away. And they're not talking to me. Like one person will come in and say, yo, they'll put in some like hype emotes or something, and the next person will come in and be like, oh, John, what's going on? And then they start talking about it. That's what I love, man. When the chat's not just vibing with you, but vibing with each other. Yeah. That's the goals, man.
No, yeah, and that's what you create, you know. And dude, like I'm kind of backtracking and stuff, but I wanted to bring up, you know, you like getting let go of your job. That happened to me too, you know. I was laid off of my old tech job, and you know, I was just kind of also the same, like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna do, you know? But I took it as an opportunity, and it was just kind of like an eye-opener, like, dude, you don't fucking matter, you know, like in these companies. Like,
no, you don't, man.
Yeah, you don't. And I think that, you know, when that happened to me, it was like poof, like a light went off in my head, like, dude, don't do something that you hate, do something you like. Because the thing is, these companies, as soon as, like, you know, something's going on or whatever, you're gonna be the first one to go, you know. And that's why it's good to chase like what you're passionate about and do things that that you want to do, you know, not things that you feel like you have to do. So you know, for like it was a blessing in disguise for both of us, you know, because I feel like that, like me getting laid off of my job definitely was like it changed the trajectory of my life, you know.
It's same. And dude, I'm right there with it. Sucked. Yeah. Because I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, you know, I've worked here for 10 years. I mean something to them. I'm part of like the family of this company. No, I wasn't. Yeah. But so they moved me over to a position where I was literally working remotely in a trailer at a material site, a little 8x10 trailer.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry, not 8x10, 6x10. And dude, I was sitting there alone all day, just working on a computer. Trucks would come in, I'd wave them through, but it was just, you know, sitting there alone 10 hours a day, 55 hours a week sometimes 60. And it deteriorated my mental health real bad.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm kind of thankful. Like I had somebody come on my chat a couple weeks ago, and they come into my chat every couple days now. Since then, every couple streams they'll pop in and ask me like a good question. And the question they asked me, their first time chatter, hey, nice to meet you. Can I ask you a question? When was the last time you truly felt free? And I, without even missing a beat, it was when I got that phone call. They say, hey, you don't got a job no more. Like there's a little panic. There's a little worry. There's some excitement, but there's some freedom.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm not tied down to this. Now I could go out and I could take those chances and those risks, because you know what? If you take them and you fail, you can always go back and find another job.
Right.
You gotta not be afraid to take a chance on yourself, man. It was everything's just improved, man. You know what? I might not have as much money as I did before, but my mental health means more to that. To have, like, her and I get to have a better time. Like I get to vibe on chat because I don't get off work. I'm not depressed. So it's like music's flowing better, the content's flowing better, like I feel better. It's just, don't be afraid to take a chance on yourself. Jobs, you'll find another job. If it doesn't work out, you'll find a job.
It's all about perspective for sure, you know, because I think as humans, you know, we like security. So it's like,
yeah,
you know, I feel like
we like comfort.
Yeah. And I feel like for both of us, when, you know, we went through what we were going through, it was like, fuck, like we thought about it in this way, but we didn't think about it like, holy shit, like we're in a position where we can do absolutely anything we want, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's a scary part, you know, because sometimes we don't know where to start, you know, we don't know what we're going to do. So I think that, you know, being in that position,
there's a fear of the unknown with human beings, for sure.
Exactly. And it's like, I think, you know, for me, it's fear of failure, you know, but I think the thing is, I always learn to pivot, you know, and that it's never the end, you know, like even if you go through something and you're just like,
it's not going to kill you.
Exactly. You just move on to something else. At least you tried, and that's what matters, you know? So, you know, I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. I appreciate it.
I'm happy for you. I mean, I've been trying to be around and being subscribed and watch you pop off with the Valorant and the podcast. You seem like you're having a great time with these podcasts, man. And don't change that. Have fun with it. Keep doing what you're doing, and it will grow, and you'll have these. I mean, you got big things ahead of you if you keep it up.
Honestly, dude. So I think the thing with me is that I was scared to try something new, because with this podcast, I was like, I've always wanted to have a podcast, right? And then I love talking. I talk so fucking much, you know, and I feel like sometimes when I'm streaming, I don't get to like have conversations. And I think, you know, everyone that I've interviewed, all of you have like amazing stories, you know. Everyone knows who you are on stream, but they don't know like how you became who you are. So that's why, like, my goal for this podcast is to, you know, tell you guys a story. You know, I want to hear like the funny shit you guys go through. I want to hear like the good, the bad, like how you ended up here, you know. And it's just inspiring to hear like these stories, man. And like, you know, how you push through and you're still like here, you know, you're still making shit happen. Like, you know, I know you've been dealing with a bunch of shit, and then now like the internet issues, but you're still like, fuck it, you know, I'm gonna push through, you know,
make the best of it.
Exactly. So that's inspiring to me, you know. Oh, did I freeze?
I don't think I did. Did I? You could hear me, right?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Oh,
okay, cool.
Oh, the Spotify just stopped out of nowhere. I was like, what the hell? Oh, there we go. Okay. But yeah, so basically,
and I wasn't laughing at your story, so I read John's message while you were in the middle of telling me while you were talking. And
I just seen it. Dark's only fear is accidentally stepping on his tip when he wakes up and gets out of bed.
It's true. Actually, I went down to visit John a few weeks ago. Went down, finally got to meet up with him and hang out at the Wiener Bros in real life.
Yeah.
And I got back two Saturdays ago. And my dick is actually still on its way back from Maryland right now. It's still catching up.
You left it there for John. You were like, "Yo, John."
It just when you're traveling at 60 miles an hour and it's that big and girthy, it takes time to catch up.
Yo, I'm dead. Nah, man, that's hilarious. You know, like I said, I love you guys' bromance. You know, shout out to Forgiving John too. Always the best vibes. You know, super cool dude. And I love, like I said, dude, you guys' setups, like, man, you guys put so much work into that shit. It's crazy. Like, I don't know how the hell you guys
try.
Do it.
I got a little influence from you too. I got the sneakers back here.
Hey, let's go! Shit!
Those are the Nike NBA WNBA crossover shoes.
Oh, let's go!
Actually, I didn't leave the pins off because I wore them one time. Yeah. I know that's not good, but I took the pins off because I didn't want to ruin them. But those shoes are sweet.
Hey, no, dude. As long as you're wearing your shoes, that's what matters. You know. I feel like
I'm too scared to wear them. They're so awesome, like because they're like 4 different colors on the 2 different shoes, and I don't want to wear them and ruin them.
I feel it. You know what? But that's what they're meant for. I mean, I think the best feeling is wearing some shoes that are brand new. You know, and just
oh, for sure.
I'm just like, fuck yeah, dude. Like these are new. I'm gonna rock them. I'm gonna, be excited, and it's just the best feeling. Like these right
so
here.
what I did is, so my little pro tip for you guys, if you're into shoes. Oh, so if you're gonna go, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're totally fine. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So if you go out and you buy it, just start off right now. If you only got 1 pair of shoes, go buy 3 pairs. It might cost a little bit. There's a little upfront cost, but do it. And then when you wear out 1 pair, you move on to the next and buy a replacement. So you always have a backlog of 2 new pairs of shoes that you could pick from when your current pair wears out. And you always got that fresh feeling, but you don't have to like rush out to do it. That's what I did. That's what I started doing. I keep a backlog of 2 new pairs of shoes, and it's changed my life.
It's honestly smart though, because the thing is, before when I couldn't afford, like my parents would only buy me like 1 pair of shoes a year, right? I would wear that 1 pair of shoes until the freaking wheels fall off. Now, like that I can actually afford shoes. I have a bunch of different pairs of shoes, and the thing is, it's always good to change the rotation too, so the shoes wear out they wear out slower, So I think.
I don't change. You should see the pair of shoes that I have right now. The current pair in rotation so I don't change them up unless we're like going out for like a really nice dinner. I'll wear like a really nice set of shoes. But the Vans that I own right now, they're like Vans low top skate shoes that I've been wearing for 2.5 years. They're like, dude, they are gone. But I refuse until my feet are touching the ground when I walk. I ain't throwing them out. Because I came from like, we didn't get like, back and forth. We were moving a lot. We didn't get a lot of cool shit growing up. Shoes weren't. We were that family that like when you got shoes and you got them Nikes, you're in there every night with the toothbrush.
Yeah.
Because you got to make them things last. 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th grade.
That's cool.
So yeah, I wear them until literally I'm burning bare on the pavement.
And it gives them character too, huh?
Oh, for sure. And then they turn it from there. So I don't throw them out either. It's like right to the point where they start getting holes in the bottoms.
Yeah.
I rotate them to grass cutting shoes. Multi-purpose, man.
I love it. Dude, honestly, yeah, I like that. And thanks, appreciate that, dude. That means a lot. That like you give me like that credit, because I feel like I'm like, damn, look at me. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's what it is. I got a little bits of inspiration from a lot of people like in the room, man. That's how it's always been.
Dude, honestly, yeah, I don't know. I appreciate that, and that's cool. Like, I don't know. I love that. Like, you're into sneakers. Even it doesn't matter how in depth, but there's sneakers for every person out there. And like
there is.
I think for me, I got like hype sneakers and shit, but I don't know. I think like I've learned that you don't need to buy something that's hyped up or super expensive for it to be nice. Like these New Balance right here, these are like probably like one of my favorite pairs that I have, and they costed me like $90.
Yeah.
And dude, they're so freaking nice, and I don't know. It's just something I've learned. Like, oh, you don't gotta buy like the fancy.
It doesn't have to be hundreds of dollars, man, to be good. Like, I mean, you still want to get a good quality product, but they don't have to be $500 sneakers. They don't gotta be the newest LeBrons to be sweet. Like, but no, there's like you could walk into like a Foot Locker, or I don't even remember some of the other shoe stores. I blindly walk into them when I'm going through. But there's so many kick-ass just pairs, man. It's unbelievable. It's hard not to walk out of there spending like your whole paycheck.
I just want to ask real quick, just like be curious of your time. I know it's like 10 something. How much time you got left
I mean, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Because I wanted to ask you. Okay, I'm gonna go get some water real quick if that's cool. But
if you want to take like a tour, I'll go take I could use a quick leak if that's.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, I'm gonna get some quick water. Yeah, I'm like so thirsty. That's why I'm coughing. But give me 1 second.
You're good, man. I'll be right back too.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna get some water. I'm like so dehydrated, and I've been talking so much. And egg roll, you inspire me.
Oh, I didn't catch you if you said something.
Oh, nothing. I was just talking. I was just telling everyone I'm gonna get some water real quick.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you back in a minute, man.
Yo, I was so dehydrated. Oh my god. Whoo! I just got some coconut water. Holy shit, this is hitting the spot. My throat was so dry. Anyway, we're just waiting for Dark to come back, but how are you guys doing? Yo, Eggroll, my bad, I haven't chatted much, but yeah, we're just, there he is. Damn. I thought you were gonna solve the, what do you call it? The drought.
All right, I'm back.
I thought you were gonna solve the drought over here, you know? We're like, oh, John said that you're definitely taking
yeah,
because his lawn is soaked.
Yeah, so, I could sling it over your way and solve the drought too. I'll be out there in October, but my dick won't arrive till like December.
Oh man, well you gotta ship it ahead of time, you know?
Ship it ahead of time, and it costs a lot, man. It's all by weight.
TwitchCon? Is that what you're coming down for?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been to San Diego?
I have not, man.
Oh
and
my god,
wait.
dude! Just bring your freaking shorts. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be so hot. It's beautiful. Like, dude, San Diego has to be like one of my favorite places in California. Like,
it's everybody keeps telling me San Diego in October is really something to take in.
Well, I'm gonna for sure be showing you guys some spots. Like the food, mwah, chef's kiss.
I can't. I'm excited, man.
So I'm glad you're coming. So you know,
I'll be arriving on Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday afternoon and leaving Monday evening.
We definitely gotta link up. I don't know if John's coming too, but
we're trying to get him there. We're working on it right now.
We gotta get John there. Come on, John, let's go. Oh, yeah. So I wanted to talk more about like concerts. You know, what was your first concert? Do you like going to them a lot? Like,
I haven't gone so much in the past couple with the pandemic and stuff. My first one, oh man, I was in like third grade. Metallica toured for the Black Album for like the 15th time. Wasn't really old enough to like, really take it in, but it was amazing. Like that's what got me into Metallica. My favorite concert ever, if I could recite back to that. So a couple of friends of mine, we drove out to Dayton, Ohio, which from where I'm at is about 2.5 hours, to see the Taste of Chaos tour. It was Atreyu, Killswitch Engage, and Avenged Sevenfold. And I'm big fans of all three of those bands. Yeah. And we got down to the concert was on Saturday night. We arrived Friday. And when we got in, we checked into our hotel. The guy's like, just so you guys know, you're probably not going to be able to get out of here in the morning. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, we're getting a nasty snowstorm. So like, we didn't really have smartphones or anything at the time. This was like 15, 20 years ago. This was a while back. None of us had like smartphones on us. So we didn't know really what was going on. So we shacked up. We went out. We went through a drive-through liquor store. I shout out to those, man, because they don't even ask for IDs. A group of 17, 18-year-olds can pull in and get boozed up. Because we were like, we're probably going to be stuck in this hotel room. And we got an email from the event. I think it was like Clear Channel Productions did it. They were like, this event's probably going to be canceled. So here's your money back. If the event still happens, you could still go. But here's a refund for your tickets. And we're like, shit, I guess it's going to get really bad. We woke up the next day. It snowed this much. It snowed an inch. They shut the whole city down. It was crazy. So I live in like Northeast Ohio where we get like 8 feet. And your boss is like, yeah, you still got to be here. You're like, well, my car's buried in the drive. Well, you better take like an Uber or something. Like we get nasty snowstorms up here. Yeah, they shut down the whole city. So we went over to this. It's supposed to be like a festival, man. It's not a festival, but it's 3 big bands playing. There's some side stages and stuff. All that stuff was canceled. There's just the 3 headlining bands that ended up playing. We walked in. Instead of being 15,000 people, there was 150 people there. And it was bizarre because they were like, just go in and do whatever you want. And we got to watch, whoever play. And then like Avenged Sevenfold played and they get off the stage. And I'm like, I walk around to go take a leak. And like the dudes from Avenged Sevenfold and Atreyu were just walking out of like the back area to come out. And they were just in the crowd hanging out, watching Killswitch Engage play with the crowd.
That's so
Like
sick.
it was a really cool thing. It was like a very intimate like concert with these three at the time. Like Avenged Sevenfold just put out like their white album, so like they were on top of the world at that time. It was just a really cool event, man. I don't know. It was very one for the memories forever.
And free too, huh?
Yeah, no, and they gave us the option to either get our money back or go the next weekend to see it in PA. And we're like, we'll just take our money back because we already got to go to the show and we got to hang out with the bands. Like,
dude, that's
it was
so
good.
sick.
It was a good time.
I love that too. Like, I feel like people think that, you know, some people in bands are rock stars and shit. They're too good, but it's like, nah, dude. Like, you'd be surprised. People are super freaking humble. You know,
they are. Yeah, I mean, there's some people out there that the fame gets to them, but at the end of the day, they're still human beings like we are, man.
Yeah, and you know, shouts out to them. My homies in Gulch are actually breaking up, but you know, they've been so kind to me, and like, I don't know, I'm just super humbled because, you know,
that's the band I see you sharing on, like, was that Instagram?
Yeah, they took me to like Chicago and then New York, and you know, they were so kind.
Like a metal band, right?
Yeah, they're like a metallic hardcore band, super good, super talented. Like, they've been so nice, and you know, shout out my homie Cole. He prints merch and all that kind of stuff, and he also like manages the band, and you know, he's been nice enough to take me like on tour with them and kind of giving me an experience that I don't think like I would ever have, you know. And yeah, dude, super like grateful to them. But that's a dope, like, dope experience, dude. Like, holy shit, you got your money back and you got to see the bands, you know.
Yeah,
I love that, dude. That's such a dope story. Was that? Do you remember your first concert?
It was the very first one was Metallica, and like, I want to say it was like, man, it was like 94.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even maybe 93. It was when they came to the Richfield Coliseum in Cleveland, Ohio to play for the Black Album. It was like the third stretch of the Black Album tour. Oh man, I got something in my eye. No, that was the very first one. I can't remember every aspect of it, but I remember being there and being like, you know, with this bright-eyed, wide-open kid, like, this is a fucking rock concert. There's boobs everywhere and stuff, man. It was the best.
I'm dead. I love that. My first concert, I remember it too, dude. I gotta share it with you. I'm a huge Slipknot fan. People don't know that about me. I love Slipknot. Like, they were playing with, like, I remember it because it's like the most memorable shit. I actually was like there early. Our parents took us, and me and my older brother, it was fucking funny because we just pulled up. Same shit, like eyes like wide open, like, holy shit, we're seeing Slipknot, you know? Like, this is crazy. It was in San Francisco at the Regency Ballroom. I still remember. I think they played with these bands called the Fear Factory and Chimera. And
Chimera's from my hometown.
Oh no shit. That's dope. And dude, we met Corey Taylor, and I was like, holy shit, dude, it doesn't get better than that. And I'll see if I can find the picture. My mom has it somewhere. Because we didn't have phones either, you know. Like, my parents were like, "Nah, you guys ain't getting no fucking phones," you know. But we didn't have phones, and we ended up getting to take a picture with Corey Taylor, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is dope," you know.
That's awesome, man.
And then
Slipknot puts on a hell of a show,
dude. They're crazy. I don't know, like, I still love Slipknot. I feel like they're really good.
Where I live by Cleveland, Ohio. So that's where Chimera's from, and Cleveland is home of Mushroomhead. And there was always this big, like, who's better, Mushroomhead or Slipknot? And I'll tell you right now, as a person who lives in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Slipknot. Like, Mushroomhead don't even compare.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know, the energy that, I mean, I know their lineup changed, but damn, Joey Jordison, that fucker is crazy ass drummer. I don't think
one of the best drummers in the world, man.
Insane. Like, I still remember that video where he was spinning in the cage and just drumming all over. I'm like, that's fucking crazy, dude. And I don't know, like, I still love that they had like Knotfest and all that. But dude, wait, did I say the right person, the drummer? I want to
yeah, Joey Jordison.
Oh, Joey Jordison. Okay, I want to make sure, you know. I hate like getting dude, the wrong name, bro.
And like Mexican Snorlax, man, rest in peace to him. That's a terrible loss, man.
Yeah, that shit. And then same thing for the singer of the Black Dahlia Murder, dude. That one hurt.
Yeah, that was just last week, man.
We're losing a lot of legends, dude. That shit makes you sad, you know. And
yeah, but what's sad is like some have to go.
yeah.
But like, I mean, dude, what the dude from Black Dahlia murder couldn't have been any older than me, man. Like he couldn't have been too much older than I am.
Nah, yeah, he wasn't. I don't know, man. It was just that shit sucked, you know. I grew up listening to that band a lot, you know. Unhollowed was my shit. I think that's what the album was called.
Man, yeah.
And yeah, shit hurt, man. Like I hate, like I think that shit's like one of the most heartbreaking things when we be losing musicians, you know. It's just like fuck, he still had a lot to do, and like I don't know. I just tell you like I'm gonna finish telling you about the concert real quick, but dude, long story short, we went in, and then my dad was trying to look for us. Apparently, you know, my dad's like a super like he doesn't speak like English, you know, he speaks some English at the time, but like he went in there trying to get in, you know, get it, like talk to people and find out. He's trying to find us in the freaking sold out concert. I think it was sold out concert. And this man does not speak English that well, you know? So it was funny because when I don't know how the hell he found us, but I'm like, holy shit, you found us, bro. Like, but he was like, in Spanish.
That's that parental instinct, man.
Dude, he found us and he was like, I'm just going to say it in Spanish and I'll translate it to English for those of you that don't speak Spanish and stuff. But he was like, pinches cabrones marihuanos me estaban ofreciendo marihuana y todo esto, which basically translates to fucking potheads.
He thought you snuck out to smoke some dope.
He thought we were smoking weed, but I was like, nah, bro, like, because he was walking through the crowd and like people are hella nice at concerts, you know, and I guess they were just offering him like joints and shit. So he's like, you guys are fucking potheads, but I'm like, nah, bro, we're chilling. We're like, just post it up, you know. But yeah, it was just hella funny. He finally found us, and I was like, and apparently he got in for free. He just told the person like,
well, dads have that they have that dad factor. They can do that stuff.
Yeah, it was hilarious, but yeah, I just wanted to. I thought that was like a funny story to tell for a first concert, you know. Like, look at us.
That's back in the day when you could take a hit off a joint from somebody else without being worried you're gonna die from like fentanyl being on it.
It's true, honestly. That shit is true, and it's sad.
Yeah,
right?
you can't trust none of that stuff anymore, man. But I remember those days, like Warped Tour, 18 years old, like just boozing it up and smoking at this 14-hour festival in the baking hot sun. Good times.
It's like you say, like it's sad. You can't trust people no more. You never know what the fuck is gonna be in anything, you know. So
no.
For those of you listening, like be careful, you know. Be careful, and
I'll always say there's nothing wrong, you know, if your vice is smoking some weed, and like I'm one of those people that, like, whatever. Drinking, I'm guilty of drinking every now and then, but it is a bad vice.
Yeah.
And then anything outside of that, like I'll always have a soft spot for people with addiction problems because, you know, your brains are wired a little differently. You're kind of set up for failure at birth.
Yeah.
But man, there ain't nothing wrong, man. Reach out, you know. Like, I know we're taking it on a different path here, but I'm one of those people. If you need someone to talk to and you ever struggle with that kind of stuff, I'm always a DM away.
Hey, no, there's no.
I shared this story on Twitter last week, and a lot of people don't actually know it, and I don't really think I've ever talked about it on my Twitch channel. Back in 2012, when I blew out 2 discs in my back, they put me on a workers' comp case, and part of my workers' comp case was go see a doctor. My doctor's like, all right, you're messed up. Go see this guy. I go in, I see this guy. He writes me a prescription for 240 Vicodin. 6 months later, I was addicted to Vicodin. I was addicted to opioids, man. It was when I walked in one day and he's like, I can't give you no more. I could understand like why addiction and like that shit is a thing. Cause that's one fucked up place to be.
Yeah. And thanks for sharing that, dude. And honestly, respect, man. Thanks for being vulnerable. Cause like, dude, it doesn't matter. Take it whatever direction you want. You know, it's all about like, you know, talking about these things because people don't talk about these things. But it's like you say, it's so easy to get caught up in addiction. You know, it doesn't matter.
It absolutely is.
Yeah, and sometimes we don't even realize that, you know, we're becoming addicted to things. It's just kind of like until, you know, someone tells you or you kind of just realize, holy shit, like, damn.
Yeah.
And you know, I've you know had people in my life that struggle with addiction to many different things, gambling, drugs, a bunch of different stuff. And it's like you say, you know, reach out, you know, definitely DM either one of us, you know. If you guys
dude, for sure. I always, that's another one of those things that as we progress on in the world, there's like a stigma tied to like not being okay is fucking totally okay. Like there is nothing wrong with not being okay. And like we need to stop like like people need to talk about that shit.
Yeah. So
and yeah, like John said, yeah, if get me on gummies is a different thing. get me in a call ASAP because you're gonna have a good time. I can goof around, like I've moved past that point. Like I don't do anything like that, but like when I back was hurting real bad a couple weeks ago. I had to drive down to like one of those like head shops and buy some, because in Ohio a lot of those like gummies and the THC stuff is legal over here. I won't do no more ever again. That was fucked up, man.
Yeah, but dude, honestly, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man, because like I know we never really, I know, like, and I have a lot of respect for you. I have a lot of respect because you really, like, you were going through, I think, I don't know if you still are with your back and shit, but
oh yeah, it's still it's shot.
It's hard, dude, to like be in pain and be constantly hurting, just like that's why there's like, I don't know, there's not too many things that we can take to like help us with pain and stuff. And I can see how like that happened to you and stuff, because like, dude, sometimes pain is unbearable and you're just like, fuck, like I never had an injury like that, but dude, I'm sure like you sitting and gaming and like it's hard, like it's actually painful for you to
it is. And it's like I'm still grateful. I remember it was one day you and Yo-Yo Meg came in and kicked off a little, like, so there's still $500 sitting aside from when you guys gave me. I'm still waiting for the day to buy that chair. Those funds are all still sitting there set aside. It's gotten better since I started losing some weight. I did since December. I've lost 97 pounds I'm at right now.
Dude, congrats.
And I appreciate you. I cheated. It took a diabetes diagnosis to finally take shit serious. And it took almost dying to find out I needed to make some changes in life.
It's not easy, man. Losing weight isn't easy. Like, I'm a big boy right now, and the thing is, I've been struggling with going to the gym, and like, I don't know, it's been a struggle, dude. And the thing is, it's okay to admit it.
Yeah. No, in March of 2020, everybody's lives changed, man. We got locked down. We got stuck inside. Shit's closed down. You can't work out. Going to the grocery store was a pain in the ass because everything's just wiped out. So it's like there's a 2-year period in all of our lives where we're just sitting around eating junk because all we could do, some places are closed. This is shut down, but McDonald's is open. It's the only thing you could go do, man. Was just binge eat garbage food for 2 years and be stuck inside depressed.
It's true, and it was so hard to like be consistent with working out. I remember I would try to work out at home, and I'd be like, dude, this shit isn't working out for me. It's hard.
The home gyms are the easiest to make excuses for not showing up to.
Exactly. It's just like, it's there, it's accessible, but it's like, damn, that walk from your room to the garage seems like so far away.
It seems like mountains.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know, it's like you say, man, like definitely it's okay to, talk about things, and just, I think admitting that you feel a certain way.
Humanizing yourself to other people is very eye-opening to not only yourself, but to everyone around you. Like, we're all, at the core, we're all the same. We're stuck on this blue planet floating around this sun. Like, you're not going through something alone. Like, there's somebody out there who's been going through it, and there's people out there who got it worse.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I think we're all addicted to you, Darkraizard.
Yes, A-Girl, my guy. That dude is a legend, man. And if I could steal a moment of your show here to talk about something real quick.
This ain't my show, it's your show, man. Shit.
That man, official A-Girl TV, sitting in your chat, has been kicking down my doors with like support since I met him just a couple weeks ago. And my life's goal is to help that legend right there hit affiliate on Twitch. So anybody looking for somebody you want to share the love with, that's the guy. That's the guy right there.
So for those of y'all listening, I know a bunch of you are listening on different platforms, but if you're on Twitch, check out the official A-Girl TV. Let's get them affiliated. And those of you in chat, check out the official A-Girl. They're playing Fallout. Yeah. Honestly,
he's been having a good time playing some Fallout New Vegas, man. He's just a good genuine dude, man.
And honestly, I don't know, that's all it's about, like supporting people. And I don't know, it's just, I don't know, don't give up, Don't give up.
No, never
Yeah.
give up. I mean, if there's a difference. Like you could fail,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean you got to give up at something ever.
Right. So
Take from the best part about failing is if you do, there's an opportunity to learn there. You will see people who will like give up on something and walk away, but you just, you know, at the end of the day, you got to have the drive, you got to have the want, you got to roll up your sleeves and go, what did I do wrong that I could do different? You got to be willing to do that. And it's like some people aren't. I mean, never give up though, man. Always look for different approaches on anything you're going for in your life, but don't take shortcuts ever.
yeah,
Because even if they work for a little bit, they come back to bite you in the ass.
absolutely. What do you know? I'm curious. Like, we're talking about like shortcuts or just like I don't know. I would like to say like, do you have like a failure like in either streaming or just in general that you're like, damn, I learned from that, or it just kind of like taught me like a really good lesson.
Oh man.
Like,
I mean,
that's a good one.
I have set out on so many different endeavors in my life. I mean, jobs are one thing, but like I've been in multiple different bands.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried multiple different things. I've tried to open up, like, I've always wanted to do things for myself. And I mean, I've, since I was a kid, and it was like going back, starting from lemonade stands and like, all right, why didn't this work? And all right, it's because, you know what? The neighborhood I'm in. So let's go try setting it up over here. Or like, it's just since I was a kid, like I've always wanted to do those things. But bands always fail. Not every, you got to realize, and it's always when you're young and you start a band, you always got that, dude, we're gonna be a fucking rock star, we're gonna tour around the world, we're gonna be the next fucking Metallica. It's probably, you got to go into everything that you're doing with realistic expectations. So if there's anything I've learned over the 20 years of just doing my thing, it's set realistic expectations. Don't ever expect to click a go live button and see 1,000 people roll in. Don't expect to put out a YouTube video and see 10,000 views. Don't expect to go on TikTok and get your 1,000 followers overnight. There's very, very rare instances of that happening.
Mm-hmm.
You are not the exception to that rule. You can't expect to be. You might be, but you can't expect to be the exceptions to that rule. Like, you got to put work in, but you got to also have realistic expectations. Like, you got to understand, everything grows at a different rate. YouTube, it may take you 2 weeks, it could take you 2 months, it could take you 2 years, but just stick to it. Put out consistent content. The stuff will come. The hard work will pay off. But yeah, don't ever, like, I was having this conversation a couple of weeks ago with somebody else that back in the day, like 2009, 2010, things were different. Viral videos were very rare, and they were almost like exclusive to whatever platform they were on. But now that you got Snapchat, you got Instagram Reels, you got Facebook video, you got YouTube Shorts, you got TikTok, there's viral videos every 10 seconds. So it's like you can't have an expectation of, well, if I just do this one thing and this one thing just takes off, my life will be different. You can't go into things thinking like that.
Yeah, like, I love that you say that, dude. I love that. I love that you say realistic expectations, because I feel like in general, sometimes we set the bar so high, like in our minds for things, it doesn't pan out, and I think.
But that's a byproduct of American culture, though.
Yeah.
Like, all you'd hear about in the NBA is LeBron James or Michael Jordan or Steph Curry, and you don't hear about like the greats who are like the coaches who are there that mold those people.
Yeah.
Or maybe, LeBron James is fucking great at basketball, but the shit that he went through to be as great as he is. He didn't just, it wasn't just one day it flipped on. Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player to ever walk the face of the earth. Same thing. It wasn't just handed to him in one day. Like, he had to go out and work for it.
Yeah.
Like the realistic, the stories of fame and success that we get fed to us in American culture and TVs and news stories is cherry picked to sell you this fake idea of an unrealistic dream.
Absolutely.
At least that's the way I feel about it.
No, you're right, dude. And I think that's, I had one of my friends, John Butner, he's an MMA fighter, and a couple episodes ago, 3 episodes ago, and he was talking about how he has a Finsta, and in this Finsta, he has nothing but positive affirmation and stuff like that, because social media is also like a toxic tool. I don't want to say it's just like
It's a beautiful and toxic tool. It's both of those things at the same time.
Because with mental health, you know, you see people doing so well. You see people like doing all these different things, and you're just like, fuck, like,
why am I not doing that?
Exactly. And sometimes it fucks with you because you're like,
you're set up for failure when you get into shit like, yeah, it's, and like, well, I'd like to touch on real quick what Agril said. Like, the best thing you could do is take something that's already been successful and put your own spin on it. That is absolutely true. You can, I wouldn't say always rely on that, but that's not a bad place to start. That's not a bad place to find your footing.
Yeah.
If you could take what somebody did and do it better. But also the other thing that you got to remember is, especially like, I can't, you know, say things for like other forms of content, like other forms of life, but content creation and social media, you kind of got to predict where the meta is heading, and you may have to adjust your game plan along the way, but you got to kind of think like, we're here, where's it going to be at here, so I could start going that way now, and then when it hits here, I'm already there, and you know, you're already you got to stay a step ahead of the game.
Absolutely.
And like right now, the big thing that's going around Twitch is you got two sides right now. You've got this very toxic side of Twitch, and then you got this very accepting side. And it's like John and I and all you people that are in here that I keep seeing and names at Square, you're part of it too. We've all been on that board of supporting each other and like a Twitch family who's got each other's backs. We were ahead of the game, man. And this started 2.5, 3 years ago. Because this whole like toxic shit on Twitch, it's gonna die out.
Yeah.
Your big streamers who like dog shit on other people and don't have, like, eventually Twitch is going to get to the point where Twitch is just sustaining itself off of the other people who are streaming. There's going to be no more viewers left at some point. They have, like, we're pretty much to the point they're all fucking streamers.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like that toxic shit either, you know. And the thing is,
it's the worst, man. And I don't wish bad for those people, but man, I wish they would just open their eyes, man. Open their heart.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm a super nice guy. Honestly, I'm so nice, and the thing is, I carry myself that way wherever I go. But sometimes I'm just like, damn, like some people have never got their ass beat, and it shows, you know? And like, I just, dude, for me, like, I know how to fight and shit, but I'm super freaking nice, you know? And until you piss me off that I'm like, all right, bro, you know? But for me, I just really want to, I really think that, you know, you just got to be positive, you know? Why tear others down? Like, I hate all the hate raids. I hate, you know, all the, I don't know. It's just fucking bullshit, you know?
And another, one of the other things I try to tell people is if you're stuck in that mindset, like, and I'm not saying you have to be a bad, but this could apply to people who are bad people and people who are good people. Just the mentality, the negative mentality and the negative mindset, it will follow you around. So like, whether you're a toxic person, like, you know, whatever, change your mindset. But even if you're having like a bad day or a bad week, try to break that cycle. Because one of the most important things is a positive mindset creates a positive future. Like, I was trying to tell her, she's been dealing with not feeling good, and I'm trying to tell her, we got to get you out of the house. She goes, I don't want to leave the house.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to leave the house? I don't feel good. Well, do you want to feel better? And she wants to feel better. So it's like, we gotta get you into a positive mind frame and a better outlook on the future. Like, don't think tomorrow I'm gonna feel bad. Think, what can I do to feel better tomorrow? Like, you gotta drop that negativity, and positivity will surround you. Right. But for those toxic people out there, I don't know, man, there's not a whole lot you could do for them.
You gotta find out the harder way, you know, I guess.
Yeah, some of them people never been smacked by their dad for back talking to their mom.
I used to get hit with a belt as a kid, the cable, whatever my mom could find, actually.
Yeah.
Really, whatever she could find.
You ever been made to go pick your own Switch?
No.
Oh.
Bad?
They never played that game with you? Oh, man. I mean, how old are you? No, you don't have to answer that. We're on podcast.
No, honestly, like, it was bad. I would get spanked a lot as a kid. I was a really bad kid. My mom told me, you were probably like the worst, you know?
I'm right there with you.
I think because of that, I used to get spanked a lot as a kid. I was like, you know, dude,
no. When I say pick your own Switch, that's where you act up.
Yeah.
And instead of getting your ass spanked right then and there, your parents make you go out and pick a branch off the tree that they're going to whoop your ass with.
Oh, okay.
That's like dude, there's like a Jeff Foxworthy bit out there. I didn't think about that, and it's fucking true. because it's like, not only does this become not like physical abuse because you're a bad kid, you deserve to have your ass smacked back then, but there's a mental game to it too. If you can't take, this stick's too small, can't take that one in. Well, this one's so big, I don't want them, break my head open. But it's like they make you go out there, you got to make the right choice. But no, it's, I'm not for abuse, abuse isn't the right thing, but every now and then, like if when we were kids, if you were acting up, you got your ass spanked, man.
Yeah, it's like official it's like official egg roll says, it is true. A lot of people are like sensitive and they say, oh, you shouldn't like spank your kids or something. But I don't know. I feel like if I wouldn't have gotten spanked, I would have turned out way different,
There's an uprising right now of kids who there's a teeter-totter on how you like discipline your children, and like with today's age and like cell phones and the internet and TV and video games, there's got to be some kind of line of discipline. So I'm pro smack a kid's ass, man, if they're really acting up. Don't beat them, like beating them's bad. Like don't whoop their ass, but
like something.
There's nothing wrong with it. Go, hey, come on, behave.
No,
as you get older, you remember those things. You'll be out somewhere and you'll do something wrong. You ever been out like, maybe you slam a door too hard in your own house and you get one. Oh wait, I'm 35 years old. My dad ain't gonna crack me in the back of the head. This is my house. Like,
dude, no, yeah, I don't know. I still remember like, fuck, I still feel whoopings as a kid. I'm like,
yeah,
but yeah,
some of them can haunt you.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think it really it could be excessive, but like definitely like a little smack is just not wrong with that. If it's
did you ever get to the point with your old man of like fighting back?
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna be honest. I'm 100%.
Most of us did, yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of like, I think at one point I just kind of got fed up because at a certain point it's just like, dude, like I'm not. Sometimes you get shit taken out on you, and I feel like parents really do deal with a lot,
yeah. So as I get older now, I realize that.
And it's just like at a certain point, I was just like, you need to chill, bro. Like I didn't do shit this time, I admit when I did something wrong, but it's like not this time, dude. All right, chill the fuck up. But yeah, I think as I call things out, I was like, okay, like people like the parent, whatever, realized like, all right, yeah, you're right, my bad. And I was like, yeah, you're bad. That's right.
No, mine didn't go that way, but I'm glad it worked for you.
That's a dub for me, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the one time I stood up to my dad, I remember we were in my bedroom arguing about something. I was 18 years old at the time, yeah. So, and he gave me one of them brain dusters right upside the head, and I pushed him. And I pushed him and he like backed up to the wall. So there was like 6 feet between us at this point.
Yeah.
And I tried to run and tackle him because I'm like, I'm a man. I'm 18 now. I don't care if it's your house. So I'm a fucking man. I ran at him and what did his ass do? His ass sidestepped me, grabbed the ass of my pants. My head went right through the wall of my bedroom. It was at that point I learned that it don't matter if you're 18. 18 don't mean you're a man.
Yeah. Nah, I remember this one time I got into it with my parents and they were like, if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here,
Yep.
And then I left, and then I remember there's like a field like by my parents' house, and I literally laid down because I ran away. I laid down in like a little dirt field and I waited for like 2 hours, and then I went home and I was like, can I come back or what? And they were like,
oh, I guess you and I have done some very similar things, my guy. No, I'm leaving. And again, I was like 19 at this, 18.
Yeah.
I was paying rent at this point, but I was like, you know what? Fine. F this. Like, I don't like living under your rules. If I'm paying rent, I should be able to do what I want. So I got in my truck and I left. And it was at that point I realized, well, all my friends still live with their parents. An apartment costs like $1,200 to go move in. So I sat in the park for like 6 hours. And I finally came, I'm sorry. I'm coming back.
I'm dead.
I ain't got nowhere to go.
No, honestly, yeah. Shout out to parents, because yeah, definitely it would. I don't know. I think we wouldn't be the people we are without them. Because
no, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm like mad grateful. I a lot of people don't know this about me, but I learned I would say I got a lot of my characteristics from my mom. She's definitely like a very strong, independent woman, you know, and she's badass, you know. I actually have this story. I'm gonna say it real quick, but when we were kids, you know, my older brother had like stole a Pokemon card. Like I think it was like a limited edition Charizard holographic or some shit. Or
the first edition.
I don't think it was like I think it was the first edition, but it was like I don't know if it was like the first edition, you know, because they had like the different editions. And yeah, it was really funny because they left running, and obviously like I was like a big chubster, you know, and I couldn't like catch up to them, and the kids that they took the car from, like, were trying to chase them, but obviously I couldn't outrun them, so they were just like, all right, where do you live? And I'll just go into my house. And dude, it was so funny because they showed up, like we all showed up to my house, and then my mom was like, what the hell's going on? You know, she threw their card and was like, get the fuck out of here, you know? Or no, she like, was, I basically went to my house and they left and they came back with their aunt. And I remember this story, you know, because it's just so dope. Like, I mean, it's not like, it wasn't my fault. I was just an innocent bystander, but my mom, like, literally the lady came and like told my mom a bunch of shit, and then my mom just said, hey, take your fucking Pokemon card, and got the hose and just sprayed the woman and said, get the fuck on my property, you know? So I remember that, you know. I'm like, damn, shout out moms, you know. She went to bat for me, you know, so a lot of respect.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and I grew up, things were kind of tough, you know. My parents split up when I was 13.
Yeah.
We bounced around from houses a lot. I bounced around, you know, but they did what they could, man. It was, you know, I'm not mad. Like, you have a lot of those people who like hold grudges against their parents or blame them, but at the end of the day, it was like, I still appreciate them for what they did, because it made me realize when I got to a point where it's like I could go and be out on my own. You know, maybe they didn't give me the childhood that they wanted to give me or that I wanted, but it led to me being the adult that I wanted to be, which was like learning from their hardships. Like, I'm going to buckle down. I'm going to do everything I can to have consistency in my life. So it's, you know, maybe not the lesson they had in mind, but it, you know, it was lasting, and I appreciate, you know, they're your parents, man. You only get one set of them.
It's true. And like, look at us. We grew up to be amazing people. Look at us. You know?
That's true. And fucking handsome too, if you know.
I know. Shit. Let me lose a couple of pounds and it's over for all y'all, you know? No, I'm just kidding.
You lose a couple of pounds, it's over for me and my girl too. I'll be like, no, I'm just kidding. You look beautiful the way you are, Bear.
You too, King. Appreciate you, man. I love, like, I don't know. You definitely got the
normalize telling your homies they look good.
Yeah,
too.
dude. Normalize kissing the homies, you know?
Right.
Kissing the homies goodnight. What does your girl say about the mullet? Like,
she is a so today's outfit she's not a big fan of.
Yeah.
The outfit she likes the rainbow mullet, because we are like, it's no shock, like her and I are very big allies for the LGBTQ community. We have lots of friends that have family members on it. So she does like that aspect. It helps ease the burden of the mullet to her. But she gets what I'm doing, and you know who I am, and she just like today's outfit was the Tim the Tap Man shorts. So when I'm sitting down, you could see the bottoms of my underwear through them. And we went out to the post office to go make some shipments today, and she's like, you are not leaving the fucking house like that. I'm like, you bet your ass I am. She's like, could you lose the headband? I could lose you.
Nah, if I saw you,
she's super supportive.
If I saw you on this trip, like, yo, what's up, dude? You seem like a cool dude, you know?
And that's what she busts my balls about it sometimes, because I wear the headbands because I'm fat and I sweat. I wear the glasses because I got like really bad bags under my eyes, and I get like a really weird tan line above my eyebrows. So you know, it's all part of, you know, if I wasn't these, I'm always wearing glasses. These ones just look cooler.
Yeah.
But it's like she'll like, kind of, can we just cool it for one night? Like we're just going to Burger King. And I was like, no, man, because the amount of time, like, and it happened at Arby's tonight. Like we pull in, waiting for our food. The lady looks, oh, I love your hair and the glasses. And yeah, I'm wearing my glasses at 9:30 at night, by the way. Don't mind me.
You just get a lot of attention, I'm guessing, right?
Well, yeah. And I, you know, I like it from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Man being told he looks handsome every now and then feels good.
Yeah, I can definitely relate. But like, you know, when I got complimented on my shoes when I was in Chicago, and I think I was on like cloud 9 after that.
Yeah.
So different, but yeah. Different but same, no?
No, it's yes. I totally get it. It feels like Yeah, being complimented on what you got going on in your life, it does help a lot. And that's part of the whole thing, like that I'll try to like when I go out and I mix and mingle with people and I get to know a little bit about them. Like I said, like your big thing is like shoes, man, and you've always had a killer collection. And like I don't know, man. I try to find that one thing, like, because you'll find streamers all the time, and there's nothing wrong with like if somebody's actually having like an audio issue, like, hey, can I help you? But you see a lot of people from time to time going around Twitch just to like passive aggressively bash people's setups. It's like, instead of that, why don't you find the one thing that they got going on and like talk to them about that? Like, you could say, like, you know, if you're having audio issues and you're trying to be helpful, that's a different thing. But like, you know, for me, like, that's what drew me into you. Is like you had like some stuff behind you that looked cool. You're playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And it's like, you know, talk to those people, because you never know, like, that impact that you could, like, the rest of your day, you might get off stream and you're sitting down on your couch watching like Ozark or whatever you're into. Oh shit, man. You know what? I just thought, like, what that guy said, that made my fucking night. Like,
you did make my day that day too. I was like, that guy is quiet.
I had a great time with you, man. That was a good day. You were all like nervous, like, man, I suck at Tony. I'm like, man, that's not what I'm here for. You just seem like a cool dude. Like,
and that's like, I want to say I was like pretty early on like my streaming career at that point, you know, and I was like hella nervous and shit. So yeah, definitely made that a memorable day for me, you know. Speaking of shows, dude, what are you watching right now? Are you watching anything like?
Oh, I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine again right now.
Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine? That's a good one.
Yeah. I just finished Lost for the 5th time.
Yeah.
And I'm still lost. And then, I was like, I'm going to go the other way. Like, people have been talking about, like, I think that's Ozark everybody's kind of talking about right now.
Yeah.
It's like, I need a refresher from Lost. So I was like, I'm just going to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine and just laugh for a couple weeks. Well, a couple days, let's be honest. I binge watch all 7. Yeah. A couple days.
That's cool. I'm like weird when it comes. I want to say I'm weird, but my taste is pretty out there. You know, I like right now I'm watching this show called Mayans. It's like a spin-off of Sons of Anarchy. What else? I'm watching this show called Spy X Family. It's an anime, and then this show called This Is Us, which is kind of like out there because it's like one of those, like, I want to say I don't know if you want to say corny, but it's like one of those like feel good shows, I guess, you know. And it's like
there ain't nothing wrong with a feel good show from time to time.
And it's like on it's the final season, and I'm like, holy shit, like this show's crazy, you know. But
I think I've seen an episode of that. I'm trying to think who's in that.
Mandy Moore, the guy that was in what's that show called? It's Gilmore Girls. There you go. Gilmore Girls. He was
okay.
Yeah. So it's a pretty good show. I really liked it. I think it was I don't know. There's a lot of like lessons, you know, and I kind of like those shows that have like really good lessons and tell like dope stories, you know. So I like that show a lot. You know, I think it was definitely every episode has kind of like a good lesson at the end, and I don't know. It definitely gets.
That's what we're missing from the world today, man. It's like, when I was a kid growing up, like you'd have shows like Boy Meets World and Saved by the Bell, where they were good and they were a little cheesy. You had, you know, you had E.C. Slater and Kelly Kapowski, but there was always some life lessons tossed in there, man. We don't really have those anymore in TV shows anymore. Dude,
that's true. Like, I was watching
like Mr. Feeney. Like, I wish I had a Mr. Feeney in my life, man. All that wisdom in your neighbor.
Dude, Mr. Feeney, go, honestly. Like, I agree with you. I wish I had like a Mr. Feeney, you know.
But those shows were also relatable too, because it's like, you know, everybody's got to. If you're watching Boy Meets World, you're either Corey or you're Sean. Like, you could relate to it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I miss stuff like that. Bring back the corny, like, late '80s, early '90s TV shows, man.
Absolutely. I was watching. I'm still watching like Hey Arnold. I don't know if you remember that cartoon.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. That show is like so good to me. Like, it just brings like so many good memories, and it's just so positive, and it always has like great like lessons and shit. And I'm just like, damn, there ain't no shows like this anymore. You know, it kind of sucks, but yeah, I see shows and I'm just like, damn, like, you know, sometimes I'll be watching stuff and then I'll be like, nah, I'm gonna go to this instead. You know, I'm gonna just switch back to this show. So, you know, like How I Met Your Mother, I still watch that shit. You know, Yeah, I'm a big How I
My
Met Your
guy.
Mother, dude.
My guy.
Dude,
How I Met Your Mother, that 70s show, The Office, and Parks and Rec. Those are like, I could go back and watch just those 4 shows for the rest of my life.
Dude, yeah. I think I love all the ones you mentioned I've watched, but How I Met Your Mother is like,
That's what
it got me through that show actually got me through my worst breakup. Like,
yeah.
it was like, I don't know, I was going through that and I watched that show and I was like, dude, I fucking love this show, man.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, all right? Like, I just rewatched that show about like maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. And I've watched that show probably 7 or 8 times now. And I mean, there's not gonna be a spoiler alert because the episode's like 10 years old at this point.
Yeah.
But when Jason Segel's character Marshall, when his dad dies, that fucking episode gets me every time. Like, I will cry like a little bitch.
Yeah, that's sad. And I love, like, in that show how you kind of see like the characters go through shit. You know, they go through shit, and it's just like, I don't know. You kind of empathize with them and go through the shit.
You can relate to it a little bit. I mean, it's maybe a little exaggerated, but yeah, you can definitely relate to it.
Yeah, no, facts, you know. And yeah, I don't know, that show has like a special place in my heart. I tried to watch it. I don't know, did you watch the remake? Like
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, I have no emotional attachment to any character. I was just kind of like, I don't know, man. But like, I gave it a chance. I just I don't know. Just, it didn't do like what How I Met Your Mother did for me. You know, it didn't.
What's your favorite character on that show?
On the new one or on the old
on the original?
That's hard because I consider myself like a Ted Mosby, but with like Barney. You know, if that makes any sense, because
not hopeless romantic, but with you know your worth a little bit.
Right. Exactly. Like, but also like, you know, I went through what Barney did, you know, which is also a spoiler alert, you know, like how he became who he became, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm like a mix of the both, because I am a hopeless romantic, you know. I love doing like sweet things for my significant other, and I'm just like very thoughtful person, you know, and like I'm also like chasing that I chase that feeling. But also, you know, like I know my worth too, and I went through shit, and I'm just like, kind of created a monster in a way, you know, if that makes any sense. So
that's what I think I loved most about that show was the first couple seasons. Like, man, Barney the character is just really that like misogynistic, like douchey friend that everybody has. But as the whole story plays out and that show plays out, you get to learn why he's the way he is and what turned him into that. Watch him slowly kind of flip back around to like, you know, being a more real person. And it's fantastic writing, man.
Yeah.
Like, people don't give credit where it's due for like some of the writing and work that goes into stuff like that.
It's tough, you know, to make you like dislike a character then like them, you know. I'm just like, that's a really good show, you know. I feel that, I don't know, that show is just fucking amazing. It makes me sad because the guy who played Ted Mosby, he's like, dude, don't fucking talk to me about that show, because I guess he hates like that. That's what he's known for, you know.
I'd rather be known for that than known for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, how could he forget something so great? Like, I feel like that show got me through a lot of shit, you know. And I think about it, and I'm like, you should be proud of that show. It's such a good show, you know. It's such a good show. I don't even know what the hell I just said, but yeah. But no, yeah, that's cool, dude. I like that you you know, actually, let me ask you, have you ever thought about like acting? Is that something you would ever get into?
Nah, you know, it'd be cool, but I just don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
Getting in character and staying in, like, I have a hard enough time shooting like cold intros for my my YouTube videos. It would be cool, but I'd rather be like voice acting and voice work is something I'd be more interested in doing something like that.
You have a really good voice too, you know.
That's like, what I keep hearing.
Dude, you do. Like, I don't know, you have a really good, like, I don't know, a deep voice, you know. It's like, hey, what's
it's not
up,
the voice,
you know?
it's the microphone.
Nah. No, I don't know. I have this microphone and it doesn't do what it does for you, you know? So I don't know. I think it's just you, you know? It just amplifies it. But
That's people have been saying that to me a lot lately. Like, you should start a podcast, just like, and I'll have a lot of people who are in my chat just because it's like they like listening to my just chatting and talking.
Yeah.
They like they'll tab it out, pull their work up, but they're just listening. They're like, I'll just listen to your voice is fun.
I think you would be good for a podcast, dude. Like honestly, I don't even know how long I think this is my longest podcast I've had.
Yeah, we're like 2 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes.
You're so easy to talk to, honestly. Like
I'll be honest with you, and I don't know. I'm not going to say it's me.
Yeah.
But this is the third podcast I've been on since I've gone full time.
Yeah.
And all three of them went like this, man. It's just sitting down and just vibing with people you enjoy. There's just nothing better than it, man. And it's like I wish I could do this like every day. Like I was talking to, like, it would be amazing to just go down and hang out with John. Like, I wish he lived down the street and him and I could just sit and talk on air every night, man. It's like, and you're one of those people, like, I'm not viewing this as like an interview. Like, I'm not sitting here while you're just like berating me with weird questions. Like, we're just two people having a good time hanging on. It's just, oh man, it's a good time.
I don't like that shit. You know, I'm not like, oh, what about this? What about, no, I'm like, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, you know? I want to hear like your fucking darkest fears. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, this is the longest podcast I've done, and like I'm just like so intrigued, dude. Like, it just feels like we're just having a conversation, and man, there hasn't been one time where I'm like, damn, I'm bored or anything. It feels like you're so easy to talk to, and I think, yeah, man, you should definitely like look into something like that, you know? You have like, you know, production, you know, everything. Like, man, the thing is, I'm gonna say, like, for me, I'm open about my weaknesses. My weaknesses are like producing stuff, making stuff, you know? Like, I don't have like the hard skills that other people do. But I'm learning, you know, I am learning. And just quick little, you know, throwing it out there for any of you that do want to learn hard skills. LinkedIn Learning is perfect. They have certifications you guys could take for like Photoshop, Illustrator, anything like that. That's what I use. And so if any of you guys ever want to learn anything, because I'm learning like right now graphic design, like self-taught, and like video editing, because I feel like that's where my weakness is, you know. I feel like I can do better with that kind of shit. But you have like,
I mean, I want to touch on that real quick. Like, don't say that. I mean, don't say that's your biggest weakness or your downside, because like, if you think about it, if you go back, I mean, there's rarities, there's big rarities, like, you know, Dr. Disrespect creates a lot of the shit that he does for his streams. But if you go back, some of the best streamers in the world and best content creators don't edit their videos.
Absolutely.
And some of the best editors in the world and best managers, they don't broadcast. Like, they don't talk. They're not camera guys. So there's nothing wrong. Like, if you don't, it's another one of those things when you get into content creation, you hit a point where you got to just understand you can't do it all.
Yeah.
It sucks to have to pay for it, but you can get on there on Fiverr and find some cheaper stuff. But you know, don't say it's your weakness, man. You're learning it. I like that. You're learning it.
Yeah. I'm just open. I guess I just say my weakness because I like to be strong. I like to be better at it, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy JDZ. Like, all the most of the YouTube videos that I've done, he's like made them for me, and you know, I just like inspired by him because, you know, he never charged me a single dime and was just like, hey, like, let me like, dude, like, I'll be like, let me try to pay you. He'd be like, nah, I'm good, bro. And I'd be like, dude, no one really has ever done anything like that for me. And you know, he's a super busy guy, and for me, I'm just like, I love to learn so I could do things on my own, because I hate asking people for shit. Yeah. And I know video editing is not cheap, you know. It's definitely
it's not. It's not. It's tough for people to juggle it all, and that was one of the things that I had the hardest at, because they tell you when you get into like content or podcast or streaming, you got to do this, you got to have a YouTube, you got to have this, you got to have that. It helps, but you also, like, you're only one person, you can't juggle all that stuff realistically.
Absolutely.
That's why I stopped. I can't, like, video edits. I enjoy editing videos, but I know I'm not good at it. So it's like, I'm gonna take a back seat and like I'll find somebody to just do that for me, because I can't do it.
Have you do you feel like, do you have a schedule for yourself?
For my streaming, so when my
or
internet's not completely fucked. Yeah, no, I do. And like I'll get, you know, people give me shit sometimes, not online, but in like my family and my friends and stuff. Because I wake up at like 10, 11 o'clock. I don't wake up at 7 in the fucking morning. I ain't that guy. I'm not that guy, pal.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
So I'll get up at like 10, 11. I'll get ready in the morning. I'll get my coffee. We'll let the dogs out. I have a smoke, get ready for the day, and then I'll stream. And then when that's done, usually from like 5 to 7, it's her and I time. We'll have some dinner. We'll walk the dogs. We'll hang out for a little bit. And then it's back in here until like, I don't know, some nights 3 in the morning, watching other streams, supporting other people, being on Twitter. And then that's usually like 11 o'clock at nights where I'll like sit down and like game plan what I want to do the next day. If I got time, I'll go through the you know, the day's video and I'll pull some stuff out so I could, like, when I'm ready to either start editing or having an editor, I got stuff ready to go. And usually that goes on until about 3 in the morning.
Damn. Yeah, that's good. I mean, at least you have a schedule, and that's something like, you know, advice for anyone listening: have a schedule if you're into content creation or if you're doing content creation. Because for me, I was so bad at shit. I would always want to stream, but I'd be like, dude, like streaming so much isn't always the best either. You know, you gotta work on other things. And for me, I'm trying to be consistent on like my days that I do stream and the days I take off, because the days I take off are the days I work on content, you know. So if I'm not streaming, those days I'll be working on like video editing, TikToks, or just like self-improvement, even taking a day off and going for a hike. So
yeah,
it's really been helping a lot. And I think that when you're streaming and doing just content creation, it's good to kind of tell yourself like, hey, you know, you gotta be more specific on what you're doing, instead of just like doing all these kind of things where that are, I mean, not helping but hurting, you know. How's your back, by the way? Sorry, how's your back? Everything good?
Oh no, I'm fine. I was just adjusting. I'm so hot right now that my back's sweaty and I'm like sliding down in my chair. Yeah. This room is like blazing hot right now.
Dude, have you seen that meme where the balls are on the chair?
No,
I'm gonna send it to you. But basically, someone listed a chair and it has like literally an imprint of some balls.
An imprint of a ball.
That's gonna be us. Our chairs are gonna be like
that. It's gonna be this chair tonight for sure. It was like out of nowhere, like 96 degrees today, and it's just this house is cooking.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but what were you saying?
Oh man, you were talking about being like productivity. I think, is that where we were at? Mm-hmm. No, there's definitely, I don't know. Definitely, you need to have your times where it's like, especially like if what you're doing is streaming, especially on Twitch, like you can't expect Twitch to do the work for you.
Yeah.
There's no discoverability. So if you got to take it, like streaming all the time is not going to work. Streaming 24 hours a day or 12 hours a day, like 3 to 4 hours is a good spot as you start to grow, because that gives you enough time to like pick back through it and see what works, what didn't work. And then you can also go outside of that, because again, you can't expect Twitch to do the work. So you got to go out there and you got to hustle. You got to find those viewers.
Yeah.
You got to get yourself out there in a way that's not, you know, like don't go out self-promoting on people's stuff. That's not what I mean. But go out there, don't chase connections, chase friendships, build intertwined communities. Don't expect Twitch to do it. So set those times where you have times, like set maybe an hour aside a day where you're just on Twitter for a little bit, just mixing and mingling with people.
Yeah,
like if you can't do content, like if you can't edit videos, if you don't have the budget to hire an editor, you can't do it yourself. There's other ways to go do it, man. You know, just go get to know people and get to know their communities and become part of them. And then, you know, eventually you'll start seeing people from that community. They see you around a lot. They're like, oh, this guy's live. I'm gonna go check him out now, and get out there and meet people, man. But you do also have to set time aside for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
I love that. And yeah, it's all about authenticity, you know, like getting to know people first, and then, you know, I don't know, for me, I never really tell people I stream until they ask. But
yeah, same here.
I just love to meet new people. I'm just naturally social. I love getting to know new people, hearing the stories. I feel like, this is kind of a thing right here, and this might be a little controversial, but I don't. I feel like sometimes I don't like going into women streamers, because I get nervous that they think like, oh, I'm trying to go in and flirt.
I know exactly what
You
you're
know what I'm
saying.
saying? Because for me,
It's
dude,
not that there's like women streamer. Listen, it's 2022.
yeah,
Women are out there. We see you. We respect you, and that's why it scares
absolutely,
us. It's because it's like I don't want you to think I'm coming in there just because you're a woman.
yeah,
Like I'm coming in there because you look like a vibe, and like people, maybe it's not even the person that's streaming. Some other people could get it twisted sometimes too.
right. And it's happened to me. And the thing is, I think for me, it's not even that it's me sometimes. Sometimes it's just like they've gone through things that, sometimes other men, they come out like the wrong way, and they're just like, fucking, just comes another person. So I think for me, I'm a little more hesitant to, like reach out to streamers that are women, because I just don't want to come off like the wrong way. I'm just I got a genuine intentions. I just want to hang out and be homies, like,
Yeah.
so.
Well, there's like a stigma that the guys are always chasing girls, and it's especially the gamer girls. Like
Right.
there is like a bad like. The women are great though, man. I love them, and
Absolutely.
I want to see. I'm ready for 2022 to like finally be the year that women stop being like people in general, but mainly women stop getting objectified.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
if that wasn't a problem, you wouldn't need to feel that way. You wouldn't worry that like somebody's getting the wrong idea about you're just being authentic and genuine, but to some people it could come off the wrong way, and it's like we wouldn't have to worry about that if men weren't over sexualizing and over objectifying women.
Absolutely. And shout out to the women in my life, the women I met on Twitch. Some of you are dope. I actually I've talked about this a bunch of times. I met one of my friends through a dating app, and she's amazing. She's definitely a vibe, and we, like, as soon as I reached out to her, like, on Twitch, we became homies. I was like, holy shit, like, it's cool that you're like this, that you don't just think like I'm here to hit on you, like you're actually like, this guy is cool, like, let's be homies. We met up and cooked it, and nothing weird, just homie shit. So
Yeah,
it, like, I love
that's
that.
another thing we need to normalize is platonic friendships. It's like
Absolutely.
it's a real thing. Like I come around, like and I have a handful of the girls, the women streamers in my life that I love dearly, and it's nothing like that. It's just they're good people.
Yeah. So I love that we're talking about this, because this is actually something I've you know
It's
felt.
hard to
Yeah.
express your opinion without people taking it the wrong way because it
Ex-
has nothing to do with we want to see women succeed and I love them, and it's like go women go, man. Equality is everything I'm about. I don't think, and I really hate that fucking nasty bullshit of, oh well, you're only getting viewers because you're a woman. Like fuck
yeah.
off with that. Like we're in the future now. Let's move on from that. But no, there's a lot of over objectification and over sexualization of women, and it leads to it's a tough subject to touch on, to talk about your uncomforts going into a woman's stream where you don't want to feel like you don't want to say something to go, look at this fucking guy, like chasing her around. Like, no man, it's not like that.
Yeah. So I'm glad we talked about this, because, like, I'm just I think you kind of motivated me just by telling me, like, it's cool to go reach out to some.
I will never forget when Ninja tried talking about it.
I didn't hear
And he
that.
was like,
Was it bad?
this was a while back. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't like playing with women, ... And that's all everybody heard.
Yeah.
But the reason is because he didn't want people thinking that because he was using his position of power to like draw women or like play with women and get to like, he's a married man. He doesn't want people getting the wrong idea. But all people heard was that first snippet of, I don't like going and playing with girls. And that's all they took. And it's like, there's way more. That's not what the story was.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's exactly what Eggroll is saying. Anything you do or say is subject to misunderstanding and judgment.
Exactly.
And it's true. That's why I don't know. For me, like, this kind of goes beyond what we're talking about. But usually when someone says something about someone or accuses someone of something, I always tend to kind of research for myself. Because I see people do like say, oh, this person did this, and then everyone follows them, and it's like, they lie or something, you know. So for me, I just observe, and then I'm like, okay, now I see what's going on.
Yeah, form your own opinions.
Exactly. Don't just like listen to what other people are saying. Like, you know,
Yeah,
research for yourself, and it's good sometimes to do that. You know, I know some friends that they've seen things, and they're like, they jump on the train for some, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't think of any. But they're just like, "Fuck, I fucked up," you know. Like, damn, I look dumb. I did this shit, and like, look what happened, and like, this shit was cap, you know. But yeah, so yeah, it's interesting. I think I'm glad we're talking about this. It's like something I felt, you know. Now look at.
What's up?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I ran into an issue last Wednesday, so a week and 2 days ago. Someone fucked with me on stream, and it got me to like one of those points where it's like I fucked. Like I was ready to like delete my Twitch account.
Yeah.
Like they came in, and you know, it was the first time chatter, and like in my community, we're very like, we're big into first time chatters. Like we like to welcome them, you know, because I keep that mindset of, to me, like what's most impressionable when I go into a streaming community is the interaction with the broadcaster, and so I always like to make those people feel welcome. But they sent me one of those questions that, you know, it looks like a sentence when you look at it, but when you word it together, it's like, you know, like if somebody comes in and they try to get you to say, you know, Dixie Normus, like first name Dixie, last name Normus, like Dixie Normus. But they did one of those to me, but made me, you know, it was borderline racism, and it was like I immediately like shut my stream off. I was like, fuck this shit, man, I'm fucking done. Like what am I working for when people like that are like, but you know, I don't know, man, people suck sometimes.
No, I feel that, man, and I'm sorry that happened to you, because we were talking about it too. And yeah, you got those people that just are fucking trolls for no reason.
Yeah,
you know.
and I like a good troll every now and then. Like I like some of them. Like, you know, I have one guy in my community. He's got 2 different Twitch accounts. One is Charlie Sheen and Ashton Kutcher, and he'll leave one day and come back the next day under his Charlie Sheen account. He like role plays being Charlie Sheen, and like he'll come back the next day like, I'm Ashton Kutcher, I'm married to Mila Kunis. Like he's trolly, but it's funny. Like it's harmless. But and then there's some of them that are like trolls that try to get under your skin, but they're not very good at it. So it's like I like playing into a little bit. But then there's just, listen, again, it's 2022. Racism ain't fucking funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not, and I'm not one of those people that's ever had to deal with it. I'm not going to act like, as a white person, I've ever had to. So it's like I especially don't find that shit funny when it's the people who've never had to deal with that shit saying stuff like that. Like it's 2022. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah, I hate that shit, and I love how, I don't know, our communities are pretty like wholesome in the sense that, I don't know, for me, like my community, we're fucking like, how did I even put this? We're wholesome horn, you know? So it's like, we'd be singing like, I'm horn, but like, we're not really horn. It's just more like, we're just fucking around, you know? And it's just like, shout out to my boy Louis, my boy Snorlax, everyone, you know, they're always like, hey bro, you horn? And I'm like, hell yeah, let's game. Just stupid shit, you know? Like, I love the homies, you know? They're funny. And yeah, I love, see, you horn.
You horn.
But no, I love that.
No, that's what we got. We call it, like, our big thing in ours is calling each other legends, and like that's, you know, some people have a bad, you know, interpretation of that word, but it's just it's a form of endearment and like a respect thing. You're a fucking legend. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, dude, don't hold yourself down.
Yeah,
like, you know, you got big things. Everybody's got big things in store for them. They just got to write the book.
Absolutely. And on that note, I'll probably let you go, honestly, because I know it's 12:34, and I'm trying to let you go to bed. I know, like, you know, you've been sitting down for a while, and wanted to.
Oh, I mean, I got to film a fucking YouTube video when I'm done, so we're good.
But no, honestly, I guess if any of you in the chat have questions for the homie, please, you know, show him some love and ask him some questions. You know, also make sure to check out his DMCA free Spotify music, or I think it was, are you on Apple Music too, or just Spotify?
Oh no, it's Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, iHeartRadio. It's pretty much anywhere, Google, Amazon, anywhere you could stream music, you should be able to find it.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions before we let Darkraizard go, please like.
Hey, see, okay, so this is what I'm gonna touch on. See, so Eggroll says, oh, where was it? Being called legend is overkill. It's not though, because you've made an impact in my life, man, and that's legendary. That's the stuff of legends, man. Looking out for other people, you know, supporting people, you know, being a good human being is like, I mean, sadly in today's day and age, being a good person is above and beyond like a lot of the norm, and to me as legendary shit.
Absolutely. Like there's definitely, I don't know, things that we
need to spotlight decent humanity more than the other stuff. So we need to raise up the people who are doing good and like just stop acknowledging the people who are doing bad.
Right. Because it's like you say, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like for us being good people, we're rare. There's not a lot of good people out there. You know, there's not too many genuine people, and I think, you know, it's cool that you call people legend. It is like you're hyping them up and telling them like you're legend.
Gas your fucking homies up, man. That's what it's about. That's what our community is built on.
Exactly.
Gas each other up, man. You can never be too hyped for your homies.
Absolutely. You gotta turn up for your homies and tell them.
I want to be that guy. Like I may not be the rapper. I may be, you know, and if it's okay if I never hit like Twitch partner or anything, that's whatever. If my homies do, I just want to be the guy at the crowd that's there. Yeah. What's up? Like I'm that guy. I'm this guy on the side of the stage, just your hype man. Like that's fine, man. Let me be your hype man.
Exactly. You do have to hype your friends up, family, anyone, your homies when they, you know, make progress. The other day, like I hit 1,000 followers on Instagram. And I was so excited, and everyone was
congrats, man.
Thank you, bro. Honestly, it's a small milestone, but it's a milestone, and I think that we need to celebrate ourselves no matter what. And
I was just gonna say that if there's one thing I want to talk about before we go, it's all the stuff we talked about, the do's, the don'ts, the advice, don't be afraid to take a moment and appreciate every step. Like 100 followers, it's a big deal. 200, it's a big deal. 1,000, it's a big deal. Fresh C told me that as I started my musical journey when I hit like 50,000, or I think it was like 10,000 plays on Spotify. He's like, take a moment, take it in, never be afraid to be proud of yourself for the progress that you've made. And here we are now, 500,000 plays, and it still feels just as good every time, man. Like take a moment and pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, exactly. Hype yourself up, you know.
Yeah.
And
I mean, don't be egotistical about it, but don't be afraid to, you know what? I tried something and it's working. I'm happy. But it's not just me. Like the music plays, it's not just me. You guys are listening to it. Like you guys deserve some credit for that too.
So 1 million is next for you. That's all I'm gonna say.
One day.
Yeah. So what's next for you? You know, like you got anything coming up soon? Anything you want to share?
So if you're rolling out the red carpet for me here.
Of course, dude. Of course, it's been out for you, man.
I appreciate you, man. We got a video will be coming soon as I unbox and open and do the Pit Viper LXIX briefcase. There's going to be a YouTube video coming for that. If you don't know what Pit Viper is, well, pitviper.com. Just head there, check it out. Best sunglasses on the planet. And I'm not sponsored by them, by the way, not yet. We got partnerships with mechanics.gg. If you don't know what that is, you know, shoot me a message. It's like a Patreon like platform where I have extended support outside of Twitch, where you could get cool things like I will pick you out pairs of Pit Vipers. Actually, here's one I got to get ready to ship out right now for one of my boys, Kevin, in the community. But we also have, you know, you get little handwritten thank you notes from me. Custom Darkraizard headbands are on there. Limited edition prints of CDs. There's all kinds of posters. There's all kinds of stuff. If you guys like any of the stuff that I do, it's there. You know, just hit me up.
Just send me that link so I can post it.
Oh yeah, here, let me.
And also Mexican Snorlax. Mexican Snorlax. Oh my god, I can't even say this shit. I need more water. Mexican Snorlax asked if they're getting a pair of Pit Vipers from you. So I'm guessing that they mean that you're gonna recommend them a pair or something. You would look good in them, Snorlax. I think you should get a pair.
You should get a pair. Oh yeah, that's it right there. So that's where you can find. That's my new platform over there. Like I said, I have a package on my mechanics. I'll pick you out a pair of. It's $100, and if you've ever bought Pit Vipers, they're like $80. So I don't really make any money on this. So you get a pair of Pit Vipers, you get a custom Darkraizard headband, you get a CD, and you get a poster and a handwritten thank you note, all that stuff for $100. If you don't want to buy them from me, just go to pitviper.com. And if you spend $300 on their website, use code PitViper, $69. $69 off any order over $300. Again, not affiliated with them. I'm just a big fan of their product and what they do.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm working on it. I have to film. So I'm working on a video for them right now, but I got to convert it to VHS because they want all sponsorship requests sent to them in the form of VHS tape. And they weren't kidding about that with the email I got back from them. So I'm working on it right now.
I love that. And I can't wait to check that out. I think it's going to be dope. For those of you that want to check out Darkraizard, is YouTube, you're gonna post it on YouTube?
It'll be I'm gonna work on shooting it tonight. So tonight I got to do the unboxing video aspect of it and like talk about the stuff. I'm gonna wear them a little bit tomorrow and then shoot some more like reviewing how they felt. And I got to shoot the B-roll tomorrow. So I'm hoping maybe tomorrow night, Saturday at the latest.
Hell yeah! Well, you got to send that out. So I'll definitely repost it, post that out there for you, and yeah, I think that'd be.
Appreciate you, man.
I don't know. I'm stoked for you, dude. I think that you're definitely gonna get you're gonna get signed by Pit Viper, and I'm laughing because Mexican Snorlax says, "I'll buy a dark bundle only if he records himself kissing my pair of vipers." Deal.
Absolutely. You know what? I got a better offer for you right now. Right, because right now the way that this bundle package is working, so these are all the pairs that I wear on stream. I'll show them off. I'll take just a minute.
You're good. You're good. Also, Kuroba is saying that they like your shirt. The
I appreciate it. So these are all the different pairs that I wear on stream right now. We got the American peppermint ones. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be American flag, but it kind of looks like a candy cane. The badass yellow and reds. The red, white, and blues. And all of these right now are ones that I wear. So in that package, I'll let anybody pick out one of these pairs if they want any one of these. And yeah, I could give them a little smooch for you. And then my personal favorite pair, the Leonardos, the yellow and blue sweater. These are the OG Pit Vipers. These are what was on their Kickstarter back when they started their thing up in 2016. That was the pair you used to. You contributed $50 to their Kickstarter. That was one of the pairs you got.
I'm dead. That's cool. Well, there you go, Snorlax.
I love these glasses.
There you go. And yeah, for those of you, make sure to. So, what Darkraizard is talking about is www.mechanics.gg/Darkraizard. MECHANYX.GG/Darkraizard. There you go. But yeah, fam, honestly, thank you for being here. You do the honors of choosing who to raid.
Oh, me?
Yes, sir.
Oh shit. Man, let me take a peek here really quick at my list. All right, I got a couple options here. Take one more peek. All right, I got actually, she's playing Valorant right now too.
Oh, let's go.
So she popped in earlier. She was lurking around. She's over there. So I put her name in the chat as Esco Boo Boo.
Esco Boo Boo.
She's a legend. She's part of the Dark Forgiven John family. I met her through him, and I actually got to meet her when I went to Maryland to meet John. I got to meet her too. It was awesome.
I love her. She's so sweet.
Yeah, she
And
is.
she's playing Halo. I think it says Valorant, but she's playing Halo.
Oh, is she playing Halo?
Yeah, but that's cool. I'm down.
Oh, we'll tell her.
But yeah, I think you already said it. Do you have anything else you want to say? Any questions, you guys, before we head out?
Yeah, that's what I mean. If anybody's got anything they want to ask me, I'm an open book. If you think of it later, all social medias is just Darkraizard, same as it's spelled on here. New album will be coming out in the upcoming weeks. I've been putting out EDM remixes of video game songs. So it started with Lost Woods from Zelda. Then we remixed the Chocobo theme from Final Fantasy VII. Then I released the Dearly Beloved from Kingdom Hearts EDM remix. And then I'm working on a Super Smash Brothers Ultimate theme remix right now. So if you guys got, I'm not going to plug my Discord and stuff in your thing, but if you find me on social, you got recommendations for like video game remixes you want to hear, send them my way. But I mean, Bear, other than that, man, I appreciate you having me on. This has been a good time, man. I feel like we could go for another 2.5, 3 hours.
Honestly, yeah, I'm not even tired yet. I'm like, damn, but I know, I don't know. We'll probably later on down the line, I think we should have another one. Cause
oh, dude, I'd love to, man. That's everyone I've been on, they're always like, let's do it again. and normally you hear people say, but they've been hitting me up like, hey, man, we got to sit down and hash some more stuff out.
And I just gotta say, man, I know, this has been, thank you for so much for everything, dude. Thank you for the amazing conversation. This has been one of my favorite episodes. I say that every fucking time, but it's so true, dude. Like every episode just gets better and better. But
I gotta say, last week when you had, was that Lou? Was that his name?
I had a Luis, yeah.
Luis, yeah. Listening to some of his stuff was cool because I got a cousin who's an amateur on his way to professional MMA fighter. And hearing some of his stories, it's cool because it's like I can't relate to it, but I got a family member who kind of does the same thing. It was cool to listen to.
Yeah, so I just I just love having amazing people and interesting people, and I'm like really happy you came on. I've been wanting to talk to you for a while, and it was really good getting to know you deeper on a deeper level, So
appreciate you, man. I had a blast with you. We got to do it again. I don't even care if it's not taped, man. We got to get some games in.
Honestly, we got to get some games in. I'm asked though, just warning you.
Me too, man. Me too. Like I'm an aluminum ring in Valorant. Like not even kidding you. But no, man, I'm looking forward to getting some games and maybe chatting with you some more. And I definitely can't wait to see you at TwitchCon, man. Like you're one of the homies I'm looking forward to, like big time meetings. So.
I don't know if you drink, dude, but if you do, first round's on me.
I mean, I'm down to have some Crown Royals, maybe a couple White Claws.
I'm gonna for sure get you a shot or something, dude. We got to, but
I'm gonna need you to show me. And if you want, we'll talk off air, but we're trying to plan a trip while we're all there to the San Diego Zoo. If you want to come.
Oh, absolutely, dude. And I'm gonna be with some people too. I'd love for you guys to meet.
Hell yeah.
Usually, like I don't know, everyone's kind of like. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing content-wise and all that. But yeah, like I'd love for you to meet the other amazing people I know. I think you guys would definitely all get along and stuff. But man. We'll talk a bit offline, but we're gonna raid out to Esco Boo Boo. She's super dope. Go show her some love. She's playing Halo, aka Valorant. Just because it says Valorant, I'm just joking. But thank you guys so much. Please make sure to check out the homie Darkraizard on Twitch, YouTube,
you,
Spotify, Twitter. Go show him some love. If you guys want to use his music, it's DMCA free. Just make sure to please credit him and hit him up and go check him out. But thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you have an amazing night. All right, y'all. We're out. We're out to Esco Boo Boo stream. Peace.
All right, man. Bye.